their like platform. It's called Woodward Sports. They're like here locally, Michigan. They're kind of being like they're trying to build like the Barstool of Detroit. They're doing what I was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? But on a way bigger level. But it was a super dope experience, man. Going down there, they got a whole studio. Um, they got one of those like big ass screens. I'll send you the video, man. Did I? They were giving away a PS5. Did I send you the video?
Oh yeah, that's what you're referring to. Yeah, I saw that
Yeah.
video. So I didn't know like you're actually like yeah, that's cool, man.
No, it was dope. It was dope.
How big is their YouTube channel?
I'm not entirely sure. I know they're fairly new. I think they started like 2 months after me, so I started in May.
Okay.
June. I think they started in July. Their YouTube
Yeah.
channel, or like their thing. But I know they're at 1,000 subscribers for sure. But they're streaming from Facebook. I don't know why they wouldn't do the YouTube or why they don't do the YouTube.
No idea.
Yeah. Oh, it might be Twitch because I know they're streaming from Twitch as well.
Does StreamYard connect to Twitch as well?
Yeah, man. But what up to everybody that's listening right now? It's your boy Easy. I'm live with my man Asher from the MMA Brothers podcast. We're just having a little chit chat before we dive into things. I hope you guys are here for some fight news because that's what we're talking.
It was I watched all the fights. I caught a couple of the prelims too, and it's sad that there aren't any more fights until the end of 2020, which is like 11 days away. But still, I think we're going on a 2 or 3 week break now before we get another fight card. So I'm gonna have to find my ways to, scratch the addiction for fighting. You know what I mean? Or watching fighting, I should say. So it's gonna be weird to not have fights on for like 2-3 weeks, but it is what it is.
Yeah, no, big facts. Shout out to A Rogi. Yo, you got to meet my cousin, bro. My cousin's a part of the Speakeasy fam now, too. He's actually my real fam, but nice part of the Speakeasy fam as well. There's A Rogi in the building. Shout out to White Belt MMA in the building. Rob Font killed the man. He did, man. That was dope as fuck. I was super happy to see that, man. No, but the fight addiction definitely is going to be craved, man. It's weird, too, because, like, before quarantine, like before things like when things were open up and shit like that, when they go like Saturday, heavy, I felt like I was neglecting my friends on Saturday nights because I was like, oh, gotta stay home for this card, But now
same thing with me. Like I have friends that don't like watch UFC, and then I'm like, bro, I gotta do this. Or if I'm hanging out with them, my mind is just totally elsewhere. They're like doing something, and I'm like, oh, sorry, I'm just watching these fights and stuff. And I'm like kind of like the loner in the corner, just watching the fights. And so yeah, it is what it is, though. Like it's we're treating it like a job now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, big facts. I remember like we did a surprise birthday party for like one of my boys, and like obviously you're supposed to be alert and like well aware like when he walks in because you're supposed to say surprise, but long and behold, here's Easy trying to see if fucking Bam Bam Tuivasa knocks out whoever the hell he's fighting that fight.
Yeah,
but I might be okay too, but hey, they're coming back with a fucking banger, man. Max Holloway and Calvin Guitar. That's the first fight back, right?
Yeah, I believe so. They're trying to do like a Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday thing with like I guess ending with the McGregor card, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, man, like Max Holloway, I feel like he should probably move up from 145. Like at the end of the day, he beats Calvin Kattar, and then like Volkanovski, I think, will face Brian Ortega. And then like the winner of either fight, I guess, would be next in line for a title shot. But like, what's there else for Max Holloway to do at 145? He's fought everyone, right? I guess he hasn't fought Calvin Kattar. That's somebody that he hasn't fought yet. But other than that, like he's fought and beat everyone. Some people say that he lost to Volkanovski, but who hasn't Max Holloway fought? So I don't understand why he needs to stay at 145. I know he wants to be the GOAT of 145. He still believes Aldo's that guy, but he beat Aldo twice convincingly. And so I guess maybe beat Kattar, and then after that beat Volkanovski or the winner of Volkanovski versus Ortega, then move up to 155. I don't want to see him cut to 145 anymore.
I mean, there's definitely some up and comers though. Like you got like Yair, which there's some talk he might be getting cut, but and Zabit. I guess that is about it though, huh? He has really kind of taken down that whole division. Trying to get any more like up and comers in the. I mean, obviously Calvin Kattar, but he's fighting him now. Yeah, good point. Speaking of Calvin Kattar, New England Cartel member, another fellow New England Cartel member, Rob Font, friend of the show. I don't know if you got to catch our episode with him.
I saw a little bit of it.
Fucking fight of the night. I mean, I don't know about fight of the night, but for sure KO of the night, right? Like he definitely performance of the night.
Yeah, he killed it, man. Like Marlon Moraes, he's a solid opponent. I don't know what's happened to him lately, but like he's been getting KO'd. Like he's been KO'd 3 out of his last 4 fights, if I'm not mistaken. But obviously, Rob Font, you gotta do it, right? It's not just as easy as walking in there and then touching him and he's gonna fall. Like he planned it out very well. He was strategic with his movement and his strikes, and then yeah, he just caught him right in the button, and then was able to finish him on the ground. And like Marias was moving on the ground too, so it wasn't like he was just easily there to be hit, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, I was impressed with Rob Font. I was like, damn, first round KO, that's crazy. Not even Corey Sandhagen could do that. I think he beat Marias in the second round. Not even Cejudo did that to Marlon Marias, finishing him in the first round. So it was solid victory, bro.
Bro, 1,000%, like big facts. And shout out to Rob Font again. If you guys haven't, when you're done watching the live stream, head over back to the Speakeasy page, man. Watch an interview with Rob Font before ahead of his fight that he had tonight. If you guys just tuned in or didn't watch the fights, he had a first round KO. And we're speaking to him. I don't know if you know this. He hasn't fought in over a year. He got knee surgery since his last fight. I think December 9th, 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like your first fight back, and you're fairly like lower in the rankings. And your first fight's back, you're fighting Marlon Moraes, who's like an absolute fucking beast, you know, and like long and behold, fucking, you know, first round KO, even like 33 strikes to 12, fucking 81% of his strikes landed, man. That's crazy.
I know. That's why I was shocked by it. I was like, wow, I cannot believe it was that easy for him. Especially like you said, especially with him being out for so long. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to take away anything for Rob Font's victory, but I don't know if it's like Marlon Moraes is on a slide right now, or if Rob Font was just, you know, on the money tonight. So, but yeah, excellent performance by Rob Font. I don't know what else to say about the guy.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's fair to say though, because like, you know, Rob Font's not one of those names, but now here he is. He's becoming one, and shout out to him. I definitely knew that Rob, like you could say, Moraes is on a skid, and because he did kind of turn around quickly after being knocked out by Sandhagen. But I will say the proof is in the pudding with Calvin Kattar. Like that, the New England cartel is like a legit camp, you know, in MMA and the UFC. Like Calvin Kattar's a beast. Rob Font clearly, you know, has a skill set that he was ranked even before coming back. So, you know, he's a good fighter. And speaking to him, he was actually training with, I'm trying to think of there's a famous boxer from Boston. I think his name's like Mickey something, the Pride of Lowell. I'm going to look it up real quick, just so I want to know, because you're going to drive me crazy. Dickie Uckland. They made a movie about him. I remember that movie with like Mark Wahlberg and Christian Bale.
Rings a bell, but I don't remember off the top of my head.
Whatever. Yeah, he's like a you know, world-renowned boxer out of Boston, and that's who he's been training with the striking, which I think we all can agree on. I know obviously boxing and MMA doesn't always translate, but like the preciseness of you know, boxers striking is up there. So like when you're training with like legit. Oh, Mickey Ward. Shouts out to White Belt MMA. Shouts out to White Belt.
Yeah. I know the name.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, he's in there training with like pros coming out of those gyms, you know, in the boxing level, and like this is Chris striking, and we saw it too. Like I think Rob Font was more technical striking, and Moraes obviously has his power, and I think Moraes is a little hesitant too to stand up a little bit too, because he went for the takedown, kind of like almost tried holding him there for that first round too. And then obviously Rob got up, and it was the rest is history.
I think it's one of those where like I think he may also be experiencing the effects of getting knocked out recently. Like usually when a fighter comes back from a KO, they're a little bit tentative, right? Like just like we saw in the Tony Ferguson fight. Like I don't know if he was a little bit slower. I don't know what was going on with Tony, but he didn't seem like the same vicious Tony that we had seen him in like his previous fights before he got beat up by Gaethje. So maybe it was a little bit of the same thing that was happening with Marlon. That's why he was going for a takedown, because you never see Marlon like, you know, going for takedowns and stuff like that. He's always been a guy that's just going to stand and bang, and then like has vicious leg kicks and stuff like that. But yeah, he's like a totally different fightor. I don't know what's
exactly
going on, but
no, that's a great
shout out
point.
to Rob Font for sure.
For sure. I do have one more question on Rob Font, man. I'm sorry if you're tired of talking about him, but
no, go ahead.
You know the ones who come on my show, man. They're my boys for life, right? So like that's
of course.
So he doesn't have a nickname, and we were talking during our episode with him, because he sells dumpsters during the pandemic, because obviously he was injured. He wasn't, you know, making the fight paycheck. Calvin Kattar calls him Bobby Dumpsters. Is that a fitting nickname for an MMA fighter? Do you like that one?
I don't like it.
No, you don't like Bobby Dumpsters? No,
No. I mean, you would have to understand the backstory, right? But if you
that's
didn't
true.
explain that to me, I'd be like, wait, why do they call him that? You know?
Bobby Dumpsters. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
I was
What,
thinking like font, like maybe they can do something with
fuck
like
'em up, font.
letters, like like Arial, like Times New Roman, like you know what I mean by font,
Yeah.
right? So I was
Ooh,
thinking like maybe they can do something with the word font or something, but I don't
Rob
know.
Font, the capitalizer.
The
Eh?
capitalizer, not
Eh?
bad, not bad,
Capitalizing
not
on some
bad.
moments. You like that?
Yeah, I like
Hey,
that.
hey, you know what I'm saying? I got to copyright that motherfucker. Um,
Yeah.
Other noticeable fights from you, like was there any other ones? Yo, I do want to ask you this because you obviously know I'm from Detroit. Um, my man Chaos Williams was fighting tonight. Did he get robbed or what? Like what the fuck? Like
I don't know if he got robbed because I know the numbers were in Chaos's favor, if I'm not mistaken, right?
yeah, I mean, watching
But in terms of like the aggression, Chaos was fighting more of like a blitz style, where like every minute or so he would like blitz and attack with like a combo and try and catch Michelle. Um, Michelle Pereira though, he was a more aggressive fighter. He was the one that was like moving forward for the most part. And then in terms of like heavy strikes, like Michelle was landing some heavy body strikes, right? Um, yeah, Chaos, he was kind of coming in with those combos, but I don't know. I actually put out a post on Instagram asking how people felt about this. A lot of people were actually picking Michelle, saying that Michelle had won the fight. And there are a couple of people that thought that Chaos did, but like at the end of the day, even the commentators when I was watching the fight, they didn't seem too crazy with like how the decision ended because the third round was clearly for Michelle Pereira, right?
yeah,
With those takedowns that he was able to get. I think he landed like 2 takedowns. So that definitely secured the third round for him. Then obviously the first and second rounds are kind of a toss up with who you're going to score them for. But if you look at the numbers, obviously, as you can see here, it's 62 versus 56 and then 55 versus 54. So just based on the numbers, you think that Chaos won it, but yeah, those 2 takedowns, and like I said, octagon control and aggression was definitely on Michelle's side. So it was a toss up.
yeah. And one more time, shout out to A Rogi. He said Times New Herald or Times New
Yeah.
Roman, I think should I say.
There you
Uh,
go. That's what I'm talking about.
Luke from the Empire Podcast said Rob Font though, the
Rob
capitalizer.
Fonta.
See, look, he had it in all caps. Rob Font, the
Yep.
capitalizer. I'm gonna have to hit him up in DMs with that
Yep.
one. I offer you this in the building. What up though, man? Close fight, but I scored it for Michelle as well. You know what, Gio? Fuck you. No, I'm playing. No, I'm playing. But man, I thought watching the fight, my takeaway, and again, I'm probably for sure biased, like because Chaos Williams is from Detroit, but like I thought the first 2 rounds were kind of like clearly his, like, and obviously Michelle, third was Michelle's, but I can see what you're saying about the octagon control. But it's kind of the game plan for Chaos too, because like you can't necessarily like go into like Michelle's fucking like I'm saying he's so explosive, like I don't know, it's weird. But I definitely don't think Michelle won it though. Like I wish it would, if anything, like looking at the numbers too, is like call it a draw or something, like not a unanimous decision. Like this kind of blew my mind a little bit, but I guess everybody in the comment sections on the side of
Yeah,
Michelle.
it seems like all the comments you've put up have said that Michelle won that fight.
Luke said
And
everyone
yeah, I
won.
noticed
Greg Hardy lost.
there was a lot of hate about Greg Hardy losing. A lot of people were happy to see him lose. And hey, I totally understand why, obviously based on his past, but I thought he was killing it. Like in the first round,
Yeah,
he
he
had
really
many
was.
opportunities where he could have like ended the fight. I remember Daniel Cormier being like, "This is good. Like Greg Hardy's not going in for the kill. He's pacing himself. Like he's not trying to blow himself out." But I was like, no, there was some moments there where he cracked Marcin Tybura, and then he
In
should
the
have
first
capitalized on
round.
those
Yeah,
moments. Yeah, in the first round, I could see he was hurt. And then, like, I don't know if he was maybe starting to tire at that point, but he should have gone in for the kill and he would have won that fight in the first round. He kind of let him off the hook there, which is wrong. And then in the second round, like, I could tell he was getting tired. And then, like, that takedown defense and that jiu-jitsu, man, was horrendous. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, I don't think I've ever seen Greg Hardy on his back before. And
No, we
even
haven't.
the commentators were saying that, like, hey, like, if he literally just, like, did some work with his legs to try and, posture up to Bora so that he didn't land that ground and pound, like he would have been fine. But then again, he has asthma. He may have been gassed from the first round and stuff, and a little bit of second. So who am I to say what he was feeling at that point in time? But clearly, it was a solid win from Tybura. I think he's now on a 3-4 fight win streak, if I'm not mistaken.
I think
So
it makes that 3 for him. Yeah.
yeah,
The other thing too, I was gonna say is and shout out to Woodward Sports, man. If you guys haven't, Make sure you guys follow them on YouTube, and for sure if you have Facebook there, just and not just because it's not a shameless plug, but you guys could have won a PlayStation 5 tonight if you guys are watching our live stream. But I couldn't hear that from the commentators. But watching, my takeaway from this fight, honestly, and obviously, Greg had that first round, and he has the asthma. I think that for sure played a part. He looked tired as fuck, but he also didn't really show like the spirit of a fighter. I guess if that makes sense. Like coming away from my biggest takeaway is like I don't think that Greg Hardy's like a fighter. Like once he got down, it's kind of like he gave up. Granted, I know he was tired in the asthma and stuff like that, but like I don't know, man. I feel like you just don't really see that unless a guy is truly injured or hurt, and he wasn't in the situation. You know what I'm saying? He's kind of just tired, so I don't think he has like that fighting spirit.
A lot of people said that he quit when he was in the ground, right?
He did,
he just turtled up and then was just waiting for the ref to kind of stop the fight. You could kind of tell. Like even I thought the same thing, and I was like, "Yo, why isn't he fighting anymore?" Like, but then again, like we don't understand. There's certain levels of exhaustion where like you're just so gassed because even like after the fight was done, he didn't stand up quickly. Like he took a while to like sit down and collect his breath and stuff. And Greg Hardy is one of those fighters. When you hear him fight, you can hear him taking deep breaths. He's like, right? So is it a thing where like he could, lose maybe 10, 15 pounds? I feel like that would definitely help, right? Because clearly he has the power. Now, in terms of the cardio, he definitely needs some work. There's some fighters where like, they don't care about cardio. They're just there to finish the fight within the first round or two. They're not known for going long. Maybe that should just be his game plan. If he can't lose weight, if his asthma is going to be an issue going forward, all he should just focus on doing is getting his opponents out in the first, second round max, right? Or if he plans on like being able to last a whole 15 or 25 minutes, then he needs to lose some weight. So
you sound like you're critiquing my game in the bedroom there, Asher.
Here I am, two big guys telling another nigga that he needs to lose weight.
That nigga need to lose weight.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, have a burger on the side, man. He's gotta lose some weight, dog.
Yeah, that really is how it is too. Like I was watching again, like on the Woodward Sports, and like is me, my man Art Smith, and the other guy's name is Ace, but we're also joined by like one of the normal hosts. His name's Stick, and he's like casual, right? He's just like, oh, these guys are fucking like lazy. But I hate saying that about professional athletes, especially like fighters, because they'd fuck you up 100%. Like,
100%.
No questions asked. So I'm like,
yeah.
And he's like the big boss of the network too. So I'm like, you can't really say that. Like he's like fucking like he would kill us. Like all three of us, if we went to go like get him, he'd fucking kill us.
Yeah, I appreciate the honesty of what they're saying, but at the same time, I agree with you. It's like it's hard for us to critique professional athletes. We're not in the gym every day. We're not doing what they're doing, risking their lives going into the octagon. So what? Maybe he quit, but he was in there fighting for 14 minutes of his life, and he was winning until he got tired. So it's kind of like it's very, very hard for us to critique them if we don't understand like how they're feeling in there. But I don't know. I get what you're saying. I get both sides.
Yeah. And I think I'm just wary of that because like I'm at one point trying to like interview some of these guys in person. I don't want to get like KO'd or something like that.
Yeah, and like I know what you mean because I posted about like Woodley. I was like, should the UFC cut Woodley? And like you posted like stop or something, right? Because I know like you talked to Dean Thomas and he's like a coach of Woodley and stuff, and like you kind of like don't like I'm trying to be objective. You know what I mean? So like I want to put out stuff where I'm like, yo, what do you guys think? But then if you like, obviously, if you start becoming boys and fighters with these guys, and you kind of like get a little biased, and you're like, nah, man, you're like, yeah, I mean, he's my boy and stuff. So it's kind of hard to like to walk that fine line.
Yeah, I feel like Dan Hardy. Like, stop,
stop.
I would be hurt if Woodley got cut, but I mean, I could see it. Like. It's tough, man, with guys like that because former champions, if I'm not mistaken, they kind of keep that big show purse for the fights. I think it's like $300,000 a lot of times, and it's like if you're a guy like Woodley, you're making $300,000 every time you fight, but you're not performing. It's like, it might happen. Like I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. It would suck, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, it's tough, but like at the end of the day, like his last 3 fights have been pretty bad. Like he's been dominated 3 fights in a row, and then his next fight, I don't know who it's going to be against, but I'm assuming he's going to take at least 6 months off to like heal his rib and whatever, and then I don't know if he can get any better. Like, you know what I mean? Stop the fight. The fight.
Shout out to all of you. If you guys aren't following this guy on Instagram, by the way, you have to get some fire ass MMA memes.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm following him. I'll follow him like right now. Actually, is that his username? I
I
offer you
believe
this.
so. Yeah, yeah, because
Yeah,
his picture's Chael Sonnen, and you know how that's how he always starts off. Like, I
yeah,
offer
yeah.
you this, and he says
Let me
something
offer
fucking
you
ridiculous.
this.
Let's say a
Yeah,
sea turtle punched the
yeah.
rabbit in the race. And I'm like,
I listen to Chill like with almost every upload that he puts out. So
honestly,
I
bro, I got annoyed with him, just because like some of his takes are so I don't know, man. He obviously knows fighting more than me, maybe, but I feel like some of his takes are so like out there. Like when he made the Weidman and Izzy statement and like just stuff like that, I was like, LMFAO Cormier had a bit of a Dan Hardy moment today. When was that? Did I miss it? Obviously I missed it. I couldn't hear it.
oh I am following him. I offer you this. I'm following you, and that's funny. Josie Aldo's tattoo. He just posted about that. What the hell was that shit, bro?
Yeah,
It looked
yo,
like
yeah,
a sticker, or like even the commentators are like, what kind of tattoo is that?
yeah, definitely a fucking I think it was like paint or something like that. Like I almost like wanted to go back and look at the weigh-ins to see if he had it, but like again, I was like live on air, so I couldn't like pop out my phone and go look. But I was like really confused too, and it looked like a U.S. like Navy Marine thing, or like I don't even know.
I have no idea, but it was strange when I saw that shit. I was like, "What the hell is that?" Like, it
Yeah,
just stood out so vividly, and like everyone was like, "Oh, yeah," but it was funny.
yeah, because we were looking too. We are like, is that a tattoo? Because like we are like, damn, that's a fucking like that's a fresh ass tattoo, or like a really good tattoo artist.
Yeah, it looked
Rob
like
Font
hot off
fight.
the press.
Oh, Cormier yelled stop the fight for the Rob. Yeah, that was a late stoppage, bro. I feel like Rob Font was fucking him up. Kudos to Rob Font, man.
Yeah, the referee gave Rice every single chance to get up there. I did think it was a little bit late too, because then I was like, "Yo, they need to stop this fight. They need to stop this fight." Because many times Moraes is kind of like, like when they get hit on the ground and they kind of like delay with their reaction of like covering themselves. Like I
Yeah,
think that happened like 2 or 3 times when
yeah,
Moraes got hit. So and I was like, "Yo, ref, what are you seeing?" Like
yeah. They're like two
usually,
phases of that, you know, like yeah.
yeah.
It
So
sucked
I
for
don't
him,
know.
man. Yeah, one of the worst. One of those moments was another guy we're gonna talk about tonight was Jose Aldo versus Peter Yan, man. That was just like fucking like he's just too prideful to tap to the strikes, but it was like, come on, ref, what are you doing?
That one was brutal, bro. That was like I think 30 or 40 unanswered strikes to the head. And I was
Yeah,
kind of like, what the hell is going on?
man. Speaking of Aldo, man, fucking Jose Baldo. Not playing. My man was fucking what? This can't be right. It said Vera had 92 total strikes to Jose 60.
Hmm.
That
I don't
can't be
know. I
right.
don't remember that
All right,
that
Google.
bit.
You fuck you, Google. These lying
They
ass
said
stats.
like Marlon Vera like threw like 32 leg strikes or something. I can't remember, but I was like, really? He threw that many?
I
But
saw
like,
that too. I'm like, dude, I didn't even see him like. He was like on the defense the whole fight. It felt like.
yeah, like the numbers weren't really making a lot of sense to me. And I was like, really? He threw 32 leg strikes.
Yeah.
I
No,
remember
I'm
he threw
looking at
some
those
like
numbers up
oblique
to date.
kicks and stuff, but like I was just like, it threw me off.
Yeah, I went and took those down because like I don't. There's no way that was like the numbers because like, bro, kudos. All right, I'll say this too because obviously Jose looked great, but I will say that like all due respect to Chito Vera, he was the 15th ranked guy, so it looked every bit of like a former champion fighting like a guy who just broke the rankings. You know, definitely outclassed him, man. I was happy. I'm always happy to see Jose get a win, but it's like, what's next from at this point? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he's gonna get another title shot. You know, it's like they just maybe a gatekeeper guy. I mean, I don't know.
The thing is, like, he's not getting starched, which is good to see. Like, he's competitive in all of his fights, even though he's lost them. Like, I know his fights against Max Holloway, both of them, those ones are a little bit tough to watch. But at least in the 135-pound division, he's been competitive. Even in the Peter Yan fight, I know like he lost them, but like he's not until the fifth round is where he started to get destroyed. Um, but I don't know. I don't know what's next for Jan. Maybe if Aljamain Sterling becomes champ, then Aldo could have a chance of beating Sterling because of like Styles makes fights.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and Aljamain's more of a wrestler, not really like a heavy striker like Peter Yan is. So maybe Aldo, he has like excellent takedown defense. So maybe Aldo will be able to stop someone like Sterling and then become champ again. So maybe, yeah, maybe he should just linger around and then try and like just get the right matchups for him to
So
see how he can get back to getting a title.
do you think there's a path for him to get back to championship fight?
I think so. Just based on the performance I saw, like I know it was against not a top 10 opponent, but still, like
Mm-hmm.
Chito Vera is no joke, and I think he had what 5, 6 straight wins or something like that. So, yeah, it was a solid victory. Those body shots that you were throwing were insane. I was like,
Yeah,
damn, he's been doing that a lot lately. Like
he
in the
dropped
in the
Jeremy
past,
Stevens like that.
yeah, in
Hmm.
the past, like I've seen a lot of Aldo fights. He's never been like a body hunter or something. And
He's
shout
just
out to
like,
to Kama Worthy. They posted his tweet like during the fight. I don't know if you saw that.
know what he say?
Yeah, he was just like, oh, like ladies and gentlemen, young fighters, like pay attention to body strikes, learn from Jose Aldo or something. And then the UFC
Yeah,
put it up during the fight, which is cool.
completely outclassed him for sure. I'm kind of in the camp where maybe we may not see Aldo at uh another championship fight just because he is like up there in age and like he did get opportunities. You know what I'm saying? But again, I guess he only got the one at bantamweight. It's just I don't think they want like him as a champ right now because he's like older and like I don't know. We know I think I want to see. I think he called him out again. I couldn't hear the fight guys because we were commentating live. Um, TJ Dillashaw, man, I think that'd be an excellent return fight for TJ to prove himself, and I think TJ deserves a tough road back to a title shot too. Like I think he should have to go through all those and whoever's ahead of him, whoever's ahead of him, because he cheated to get where he was at. And I think all due respect to TJ, like I like he can fight. You know what I'm saying, but like I hate you cheat in the fight game, man. It's different because one, you're taking pay. You're really taking food off people's tables because like you get the win bonus, and then two, like you can hurt motherfuckers, man. You guys are fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't
No,
know.
I agree with you. I think that's a solid fight for him next. Henry Cejudo would also be cool to see Henry Cejudo face Jose Aldo. And yeah, TJ Dillashaw. I think the UFC is going to put that one next for him because I was going to say like Dominic Cruz, but Dominic Cruz he has a fight set up with some other dude, Casey Kenny or
Casey
something.
Kenny, I cannot
Uh,
believe that he took that fight because he's Dominic Cruz. Like, I don't
yeah,
know. I think he'd only be taking like legacy fights at this point, but I guess not.
maybe he just wanted a fight that he can kind of feel like it should be an easy win for him.
Hmm.
Based on like his credentials, it should be easy. But I don't know how good Dominic Cruz is lately. But maybe he just kind of wants to get that fight under his belt. Get that ring rust off, even though he doesn't believe in ring
Yeah,
rust.
yeah,
Get that off his chest, and then maybe look for a top 10, top 15 opponent after that. So we'll see.
yeah. What do you think is next for Cheeto? Just because he just broke the rankings, does he stay there? Is like someone bump in? Like,
I'm sure Sean O'Malley's stoked that like Vera got messed up, right?
yeah, for sure.
um, so I know Sean O'Malley said that he wants to get that fight back just to prove that like he can beat Cheeto Vera. So I don't know when O'Malley plans to come back, but he's been out a minute. Like he's been out since like July or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, I want to look into it too, like why he's been gone so long. I don't know if it's like a mental thing. Shut to offer you this real quick. I want to get his comment because before we get too far from it, but he says Kenny got real good leg kicks though. I think Kenny's like a machine overall, man. When I watch that guy fight, he's just fucking like nonstop, like fucking like Energizer Bunny Terminator style. He's a dope little guy. I don't want to call him a little guy, but he is a little. Here's the
Yeah,
bantamweight division we're talking about, but
yeah.
yeah,
If Cruz doesn't beat him, then he needs to retire. So
yeah, for sure. That's the thing too. Like when I saw that fight, because I do see Kenny as someone who can rise in this division. Shout out to this division, bro. I think this is like the most talented division in the UFC. Like in my opinion, I know some people say lightweight, but Cheeto Vera, man, I don't know what's next for him, man. And I agree. Sean O'Malley is definitely happy, but don't forget that was a freak kind of accident in the Sean O'Malley fight. Like I know some people say, oh, he kicked him and he meant to stun that. Yeah, what was your take on that when he beat O'Malley?
I don't know what to think because a lot of people are saying that like it was based on nerve damage from one of the leg kicks, and then like the
Mhm.
nerve damage went to like his foot, and then that's what caused him to roll his foot or something.
Yeah,
So I don't know if that's it. I also I also want to see a rematch because at the end of the day, even if let's just say it
yo,
was nerve
that should be
damage
the
from a
next
leg
fight.
kick, even if it was nerve damage from the kick to the shin, regardless, it's still kind of like who wins off of nerve damage. You know what I'm saying? Like I want
Yeah,
like the fight to be won decisively. So I do think that Sean O'Malley should run that back. He does say that he's still undefeated. Go prove it to everybody that you're still undefeated. Go beat Cheeto Vera decisively, and then tell him, you see, that shit was a fluke. I didn't actually lose. I'm still like 13-0 or whatever it is, right? 14
yeah.
and 0.
That shit
So
was MMA meme goal. Mentally,
yeah,
12-0. Like, bro, it's clown. Like, oh man. I mean, I get
yeah.
where he's coming from, but just don't. I don't know, man. Because people just gonna murder you, but he can do what he wants. He's way more richer than us and way more successful than us.
100%.
Yeah. So whatever. Shouts out to you, Sean O'Malley. But yeah. The thing too, my take on it was, and I've gone back and forth with it, but it's like if you meant to kick him and do the leg damage, like that was a thing, right? We would see it so fucking more often. what I'm saying? Like it'd be a frequent thing that we'd seen it, and it's not. So that's why I didn't really buy into that too much. And I get it may be a thing, but it's like you didn't purposely do that, bro. Like,
Yeah, that's what's, like literally it's happened like maybe 3 times in the UFC's history. I remember somebody was talking about it. I can't remember who,
yeah,
but like yeah, it's one of those things where like there's a certain nerve or certain nerves that run in your leg, and then if you're kicked in a certain spot in your leg, it can actually cause numbness down to your foot. So that's what could have happened with Sean, where like that one leg kick landed and caused numbness in his foot, and so when he tried to walk, his foot just rolled, and then like it rolled like 2-3 times during the fight. So that just probably got worse every time it happened, and so then he got finished obviously in the ground. So yeah, regardless, I want to see a rematch. And then hopefully no injuries happen. Kind of like the Chris Weidman. Actually, no, it's not the same because Chris Weidman was dominating Anderson Silva in that fight. So never mind, forget that. I was gonna say it's kind of like the leg break, but it's not. It's not the same.
Yeah, I think that would be the fight to make actually for sure. Because like they're both. I think they swap places too for that 15 spot. I'd love to see Sean O'Malley and Cheeto Vera run it back, especially the Bad Bloods there too. You love to see those kind of matches.
100%.
On to the main event, man. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson versus Jeff Neal. I couldn't hear the commentators. What was going on with the knee? Like, what was the final verdict of that?
Wonderboy said he didn't know. He said that he didn't know what hurt him because like he just knew at the end of the 4th round that his knee was bothering him. He said maybe it was one of the knees in the clinch is what like hurt his knee. He doesn't know if like it's an ACL or whatever. At least from what I saw and read, maybe some of the people that are watching this know. But as far as I know, it was some injury that like he just had like at the end of the round, and then he said like it was very, very hard to walk or move on his right leg. So he still killed it though, and I didn't know what he was doing at the end of the 5th round because I'm like, bro, you have this fight in the bag, and he was like slugging it out with him, and I'm like, what are you doing? Because like you had literally a chance, like you could have gotten KO'd there because like there were a couple of punches that landed, and then leaving the commentators were saying like, yo, he does not need to do this. He does not need to do this. All he just needs to do is just skate around, and then he'll get like his win. But yeah, shout out to Wonderboy for saying, nah, I'm gonna slug with this guy. That was respectable.
I think some of it though was like I think he lost some of his mobility, from the knee injury because like that's what like Wonderboy's known as, right? It's like getting like, the in and out style. Like he's like boo, he gets his and he's gone before you can get yours. And obviously, like the knee, I think made him immobile. Yo, do you think? Because I asked this during like our other live stream too, but like because Jeff Neal had that like what did he have, like a heart failure or something that he was got hospitalized for?
Really?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't know about that?
No.
Oh man, did they talk about it on the broadcast?
Maybe I may have not been paying attention at that point in time.
Oh, you were high on the devil's lettuce. No.
I mean, usually like in between fights, like I don't pay attention to what's going on. Like you know how they do like little previews, the locker room stuff, and all that stuff. I don't pay attention to it. I just when the fight's done, sometimes listen to the post-fight interview, and then like I will listen to post-fight interview if there was something like controversial or something that like I had to like listen to because of the fight. But in between fights, I'm like on my phone, I'm doing something, and then when I look at the TV or my screen, I'm like, oh, the next fight's starting, and then I hop on. So they could have mentioned like his heart issue. So what's his problem?
You gotta stay off the devil's lettuce, Asher. I'm just saying. I'm just kidding. I'm not 100% sure. I do have a clip of it right here. I'll put it up real quick. Give me 1 second. Yeah, because I remember seeing on Instagram he was in the hospital for something and like looked scary. I thought it was a car accident or something, but we'll find out now.
Right after I got out of the hospital, I was suppose I just had to sit at my apartment for about a month, you know what I mean, and do nothing at all. So I just sat in there, did nothing, and then I got back in the gym after that, and I was kind of scared to really push it, you know what I mean, because I had congestive heart failure. So I'm in the gym, I'm worried about my heart stopping, and like I'm always checking my pulse like every other minute, So it took me a while, but after a month of just being in the gym, slowly getting back into it, I started getting more comfortable, and I was able to push it. And once I got word on the fight, I was already in the gym full swing. So it was just like I just had to keep climbing up the hill.
Wow.
Right after
Let me stop it. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, no worries. That's insane. I had no idea that he had gone through that. Takamoto, he said he thinks that he might have torn in his thigh.
Said Stephen Thompson. I'll read it out for anybody's like audio listening, I guess. In his interview with Okamoto, I think he's talking about Stephen Thompson. He said he thinks he might have tore a tendon in his thigh.
Yeah, because you could see the swelling on his leg. It's just I didn't know what had caused it. It may have just been like a movement thing where he turned the wrong way and then something snapped in his leg. So, but yeah, going back to Jeff Neal, like that's insane. I
That is
think there's
crazy. Kinda
there's
scary,
another
too.
fighter. Yeah, there's another fighter. It was this Struve. I think Stefan Struve has like a heart problem as well, if I'm not mistaken. I can't
believe he
remember.
probably got an enlarged heart or something because he's so damn big.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no joke. I think he actually does.
We got broken heart. We got KO'd by Bam Bam.
And yeah, it's kind of crazy because even someone like what's his name, Corey Anderson, he also had that scary incident. Like I know it's not a heart issue, but he fainted, right, like after the fight and stuff, and then he had actually, I think he had something wrong with his heart too when he went to the hospital. But anyways, regardless, it's kind of good that the UFC lets these people fight, but it's also kind of scary at the same time. Knowing that they have these medical issues that could arise, right? So, but yeah, shout out to Jeff Neal, man. That's amazing. I had no idea he had those issues. No wonder why Wonder Boy was so friendly with him. You know, like they were like so friendly with each other during that fight.
Wonder Boy is like the NMF, bro. He's a nice motherfucker.
Yeah, I know.
He's an NMF belt. Sure. He's just always a nice guy. No, I was gonna say though, because I knew that Neal had that experience. I wonder if you think he lost any. Well, yeah, I guess you didn't know that happened, but do you think he lost any of his like power, from that happening, like the congestive heart failure, like because he got some clean shots on Wonder Boy, which I thought Neal was gonna win this fight, but then as I started questioning it, like man, like he might not have the same power as he used to. I'm not a doctor. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not him, so I don't know, but like. I almost wonder if though, because he did have that KO power. He knocked out Mike Perry, who has like one of the toughest chins in the UFC. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he got some clean shots off on Wonder Boy too. Like, the first round and a couple of them too, like big ones, and just Wonder Boy just shook him off. I mean, kudos to him, or just I don't know.
Yeah. A lot of people did pick Jeff Neal to win this fight. Like his hands of steel, right? He's got that power.
Yeah.
And Wonder Boy does get hit. Like he is very elusive, but he does get hit. And there were a few times, at least like 10 or so times, where like Jeff Neal actually landed a clean strike on him. So I don't know. Like a lot of people picked him. I picked Wonder Boy to win this fight. I just thought that he just, in terms of technique, there's levels to this game, and Wonder Boy showed that like he was just better everywhere, pretty much. I was surprised Jeff Neal didn't attempt any takedowns. That was a little bit surprising to me. Why he didn't try to take it to the ground, or maybe he did, but Wonder Boy was just better. But yeah, it was just pretty much a stand-up fight, and then obviously Wonder Boy is going to win that 25 minutes out of 25 minutes. So.
Yeah. That was my take on the fight too. Like I guess giving my assessment, it was like Wonder Boy is like for sure like the more skilled fighter. Striking wise, he's got to be like if not one or two, I guess in the UFC in my opinion, like at his peak, right? I mean he's 37 now, but flat-footed at times. But I don't know if that was something to do with the knee. But yeah, I just thought Neal's like KO power would come in at some point, and with the age of Wonder Boy and. Maybe like I said, that the juice bar maybe depleted a little bit from the longevity of his boxing career or kickboxing, but it wasn't the case. He fucking showed out, and he fucking he's so good, man. Wonder Boy at striking, it's truly admirable because like not really a lot of guys are like that. We were trying to name him during the live stream, like who was a better striker. I came up with Izzy, like technical wise, like who is like what I'm saying, like, can you name many other guys that are better than Wonder Boy at it?
No, and like if you think about all of Wonder Boy's fights, I think maybe Matt Brown was the only one that like won decisively against Wonder Boy. I can't remember the fight, but there's never been a Wonder Boy fight where he's been dominated. His two fights with Woodley, those were close. I know he lost one and one was a draw. And then even his fight against Darren Till that he lost, I think that was a split decision loss, right? That one was close. And then the one where he got knocked out by Anthony Pettis, that one was extremely lucky because he was literally
his ass the entire fight.
Whooping Pettis the whole fight. So Wonder Boy has never had a bad UFC fight. Like every fight he has, and then he beat Luque in his last fight, and then he just beat Jeff Neal. So this guy, like he doesn't age, it seems, right? Like he keeps getting better with his age because literally he broke a record for the most significant strikes in his fight career so far, and he's 37 now, and he didn't look like he was getting tired. Right? Maybe he was a little tired, but like you didn't look exhausted at the end of the fifth, right? So
yeah, that's a good point. He did not look tired. He did not look that tired at all. He looked injured, but not tired.
Yeah.
He's another one I question too, like the Aldo situation where like, does he get another shot at the title? Like he is 37, but he
will. But I was gonna say like he should, because like Woodley's not champ anymore, right? Like
Mhm.
if there's a guy, like obviously there's Colby and there's Masvidal, right? So those two are probably gonna fight for the next person in line to fight for the title. And then there's Burns, who's supposed to face Usman. I don't know if that's concrete, or I don't know what's happening there. But in terms of those four people, those two fights, everyone outside of there could be the next contender, right? And Wonder Boy seems to be that guy now. I don't know who else that you can put up there, besides Wonder Boy. So
I mean, it's Usman and Colby. I mean, not obviously Usman, but you got Burns, Colby. If Colby and Jorge end up fighting, maybe Jorge gets a rematch. But I could see the only thing with me with Wonder Boy is like, fuck, we've seen him there, and he's like 37. You know, I don't really know if he's truly gonna get it, but if he keeps destroying these guys, I felt like they tried making him a gatekeeper and they gave him Luke. And honestly, maybe this one too with Neil, and he's just like, nah. Let me.
I know exactly.
There you go. You can have that back. Now I'm done.
His hands down so low too. Like his hands are just so low, and like it doesn't matter. He's still able to like snipe you with a jab, and then just like dodge and weave and just move past everything that you're throwing at him. Like it's crazy. So
and yeah, and again, like 37, like he's still like, you know, he's aged and he's still like got this quickness to him. And shout out to him, man, for sure.
I think he's one fight away, one more win away from a title shot. So who they give him next, even if it's like a top 15 guy, like he deserves one more title shot before he calls it a career. You know what I mean? Like just based on like what he's done. And then that KO from Pedesta is just a lucky one. I don't even regard that one. But shout out to Wonder Boy. Give him one more shot at a top 10, top 15 guy. If he beats that one easily like he did today, then just give him a title shot next after Colby or whoever. By the end of 2021, I hope Wonder Boy gets one more shot.
Man, Usman, man, you got me thinking about him. I really don't think anyone is going to be able to do it unless they catch him. Unless I think Burns maybe because of jiu-jitsu off the back. But shout out to Graham O'Neill, who's tapping in. I'll offer you this. He said that's why he pulled out the Magny fight. I think he's talking about Neil, Jeff O'Neill with the hard thing. I believe you're right.
Yeah.
White, but I just want to catch up with these comments too. Thank you guys for commenting. I really do appreciate when you guys do this shit because I couldn't hear the commentators, so I don't know. But White Belt, my man Gio, he said a knee in the clinch, like Asher said. Probably fucked up his thigh there. Loving the show, guys. Hey, you know what I'm saying? That's why we here, my baby. You know that's why we here. If anybody
appreciate
else
appreciate it.
The show, if you're new here, man, please hit that like and subscribe button and man, share it, man. Even if you don't like us, send somebody in here to clown me. I'll roast their ass. Bring them in.
Yeah, Easy is also a guest on my show too. So please show me some love on MMA Brothers. Like you'll find a lot of episodes with Easy on there.
Oh yeah. You know, I'm about to let's see. Yeah, I actually got a subscriber from you guys too. I think it's like Big Boy Productions or something.
Oh yeah, him. He always comments on our stuff.
What is your Instagram?
MMA Brothers Pod is our Instagram.
Big booty bitches. Okay, I got you. I'm playing.
I love him too, bro.
Maybe I should fix this where it looks like separate. Let's see. Hold on.
Big booty bitches, big booty bitches. You know that song?
I'm sure it is one. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know it off the top of my head.
Bro, that shit went viral like 5-6 years ago. I'm sure some of the people listening to this know the song, but it's all good.
They're like, this guy's a pervert. No, I'm just kidding.
Nah.
I didn't get to catch the prelims. I caught the very end of the Pettis fight, which I heard about him like having drinking issues and stuff like that. He looked like that was the case from like what I saw.
He had drinking issues?
Yeah, I guess like he had been going on a benders and shit like that. He said he was drunk when he accepted the Tony Ferguson fight. And then he just got clean like 2 months ago or something, or 2 months before training camp or something.
Honestly, like bro, like with Anthony Pettis, like every fight he has something that like he's like, you know what, bro? Yeah, exactly. Before I was distracted, now I'm ready. And then like it's literally every single fight. Then he takes an L, and then it's like another thing. He's like, yeah, you know what? This was the problem. This was the problem. This was the problem. And then it's just like, oh, come on, bro. Like, you can't just keep thank you, White Belt MMA. I really appreciate it.
Man, Gio's got some fire interviews too.
Nice. And yeah, if you guys also want to hop on our podcast anytime, like just give me a shout and you can message me on Instagram and would love to have some guests on. But yeah, with Pettis, bro, like he always has an excuse for every fight that he loses, you know? So at the end of the day, though, like I guess if you're a fighter,
he won, tonight.
Pardon?
He won tonight, though. didn't he?
Yeah, he won tonight, but like honestly, like it was not the
It came
best
in with
win.
excuses. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. So it is what like I mean. There's a huge fall off with who Anthony Pettis was like before USADA. I'm not saying that USADA is the reason why like he fell off, but like do you remember Anthony Pettis? Like this, no one could beat this guy. You know what I mean? Like he was just starching dudes, body kicks, like head kicks, like Showtime kicks off the cage. He had defended the lightweight belt multiple times, and then all of a sudden, like everybody was beating him, which is kind of insane. So
Damn. So you're saying USADA got my
I
man?
don't know, but I'm just saying it's around that time, right? Like same thing with Chris Weidman, Anthony Pettis, a lot of these guys, like they just hit like this skid.
Mhm.
But I'm not saying the reason you saw is the reason. So it could be just the competition got better, right? So you
No,
never know.
so because we were setting up our stream, or whatever. I missed the second round of Anthony Pettis' fight. Did he win that one? I seen he win the third, but it looked like in the first one, like he was not in any type of control. Oh wow, 80 strikes to 50. I mean, maybe he did. I didn't see the second round though. Did he do well, or was it close?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the second round because Morono got down Pettis in the first round.
Yeah,
And
he took his
then
back
in the
almost.
second round, was it the second round where Pettis had his back? I can't remember. But like honestly, it was nothing crazy. Like it was one of those where it's just like, oh, I guess you can score that one for Pettis. Like it was no decisive round either way. So clearly there was nothing memorable that happened because I can't remember.
Yeah,
it was kind of a boring fight to be honest. There wasn't much to see.
for sure. I was kind of sad. I walked into the third round of this fight. Saraja Eubanks. I was really like excited for her because I knew that she was on like 2-fight win streak before she took a fight last minute in Fight Island that she lost. So I hate when that happens to guys or girls, I guess now too. Well, whatever, guys. But like I hate when like you get a fight that's on the streak and they do a favor for the company, right? And they take like a last minute fight and they lose. And they lose everything they're on the cusp of. But she returns again with a full camp tonight and took a L to say that last name. I'm gonna say Panini, but Pani Kanzad.
Pani Kianzad?
Panigazad.
Kianzad. I don't know.
Meha.
Yeah, Kamehameha.
She looked like she would Kamehameha. 132 strikes to 70. God damn.
Yeah, she put in work. So I didn't. Yeah, like the first freedom fight I watched was the Pettis one. I didn't watch anything else before that. But I see Deron win. I think that's no, it's not that. It's actually because like the time zone here. I actually didn't wake up early enough to catch the earlier fights because today, like what time did the fight start? 7 p.m. Usually it started like 10, right? So usually I have enough time to like wake up, get a coffee, drink it, and then start watching the fights. But this time the fight started super early. And yeah, Deron win. I think he's boys with DC or they're training at the same spot.
Yeah.
You gotta win. And yeah, it sucks, bro. There are like 3 or 4 fights that fell through because of COVID. Like Bilal
Yeah,
Muhammad.
I was really excited to see Bilal Muhammad.
Yeah, I wanted to see him. Remember the name is his nickname. I wanted to see what's his name? Faraz Sahabi's brother. He was supposed to fight in this card too.
Holy shit. Deron win had 12 takedowns?
Yeah, he's a wrestler, bro.
God damn.
Yeah.
I want to touch on something real quick because I know I've spoke about it with you, but you know I'm always kind of like, you guys ask me about the female fights, I'm always like, well, they're females. I think it's a perfect example. Saraja Eubanks is 7-6, bro, and she's like ranked 15th or 14th. Like that's the type of shit I'm talking about. Like I guess the infancy of the women's division. But sorry, I should not just bash on women for nothing.
Are you talking about like the competitiveness of the division?
Yeah, like it's just so damn top heavy. You know what I'm saying? I don't ever want to be called a casual for like not paying too much attention to the women, but like that's like the product. You know what I'm saying? Like your ranked fighters are like 7-6.
Yeah, I mean, there aren't as many women in MMA, right? This is just facts. Like I'm sure, I don't have the stats on me, but I'm 100% sure or 99% sure that there's more men in MMA than fighting than women are. So that's the first thing. The talent pool is smaller, and then on top of that, like there's many organizations that sign these women, right? So from that talent pool, there's other organizations that are going to sign them, and then only the best can make it to the UFC. So the UFC only has so many fighters to choose from, and that's why you see records like Rachel Ostovich, I should say, She is someone that had like
Ibrahimovic.
a record of like, was it like 5-6 or 6-7 when she
Yeah,
got cut by the UFC? She had a losing record, right?
Yeah.
So you're right. Like, it's not to be sexist or whatever. Like, the talent isn't as heavy in these divisions, but over time, I'm sure there's going to be more women getting into MMA, and then we'll see the divisions to get better. It's just going to take a little bit of time.
Yeah, this is one I did want to watch. I'm sorry, I don't have it on the screen right now, but Jillian Robertson versus Santos. I wanted to see it because like Santos looked like a beast heading into it. Like I was looking at like all her like numbers, and I didn't get to watch any of her highlights, but just like looking at like what she's done. Like I think she had an 80% like finish rate to like Jillian's 30 or 11%. I'm like, God damn, like this bitch about to get destroyed.
Right.
17-1.
Yeah, I didn't watch this fight, but yeah, Santos is a beast, and I think I picked her to win that fight because I was just like, I don't know. I think Jillian's actually Canadian, if I'm not mistaken. So the buyer should have told me to pick the Canadian, but I was like, nah, Santos is a beast.
Yeah, I'm about to tap in my man Gio from White Belt MMA because I know he watched the prelims. And I just want to get some breakdowns of these fights because I didn't get to see it. Lots of decisions though, but like one I'm like honestly very curious of, and hopefully he hops in here soon. Is like the and just because you guys, I got the podcast of Baby Hulk. Tafan, can you say that last name?
Nchukwi?
Nchukwi? Yeah. See? Okay. I mean, I ain't fucking A. Tafan Nchukwi versus Jamie Pickett because Baby Hulk, Jamie Pickett trains in his gym. God damn, 159 strikes to 40.
How did it go to decision? How did he eat that many strikes?
How did he survive? God damn.
Only one knockdown. I feel like with those stats, you'd have to have a couple knockdowns, not just one. But shout out to Nchukwi. He's undefeated, 5-0.
Yeah, bro, it's fucking shout out to him. Jamie Pickett, yeah, because I mean, obviously Baby Hulk's guy, so he was hyping him up. So I really wanted to watch him. But I also, I told you about my my ancestry in me or DNA, whatever the fuck website it was. You boys, I'm saying, got some Cameroonian in them, so I'm a little biased with Cameroonians.
Yeah, no, that's fair. For me, I got some African heritage. Obviously, my parents are from Zambia, so now I haven't seen any Zambian fighters in the UFC. But whenever they do pop up, I'll give them 100% backing.
Hell yeah, man!
I'll get them on the podcast. So like, yo, what's good, bro?
Yo, you'd have to do that, man. You have to do that for sure.
100%.
Is there? Holy shit! So I'm looking at another one. Oh, it's a round one decision. A round one decision. I'm an idiot. Round one submission. Oh yeah, is it the triangle one? The Jimmy Flick? You were asleep. You don't know. Fuck.
Yeah, in terms of the prelims, I have no idea.
Yeah, man. So what? 3 weeks now without fights, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what to do in terms of like maybe we can do something too in terms of like kind of like some end of year shows where you can do like kind of like awards for like
speakeasies.
Like an award show where it's like knockout of the year, and we kind of just like have like the highlights and then like just talk about those, and then maybe submission of the year and stuff like that, right? So just let me know when we can do something like that. And then because there's not going to be too much news, I don't think, coming in the next few weeks. So kind of have to like create our own content. You know what I mean?
Can we get Asher drunk for the award show?
Is that someone asked, or are you asking?
Easy's asking. Yeah.
Oh, I can have a couple drinks. I don't know about getting drunk though.
Come on, man. I'm not drinking. This is on the floor.
Crown Royal, like Canadian Crown Royal.
They're not a sponsor of the show, but we'll call them Brown Royal.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely. I got some wine. I got some Baileys and so a couple other stuff too. So I can get fancy while we're talking about some UFC. You know what I mean?
Yo, you know what? You have a suit out there in South Korea?
A suit?
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like
a suit. Yeah. I do have a suit jacket.
Oh, we doing an award show, baby.
Oh, we are?
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it.
I'm about to rep the suit and everything. Let me tap in. My man Gio from White Belt MMA. What up, though, baby?
What's up, guys? How you doing?
What up, man?
What's going on, man? What's going on?
Just chilling, man. Just hearing you guys talk about the fights, man. A fun night of fights today. So
yeah,
good.
Definitely a card that was hyped up. I mean, deservingly so with the names on it, but I don't know if the performances lived up. I know disrespect to them, the fighters and whatnot, but Me and my man Asher missed the prelims, man. Did you catch him?
I started watching. What was the first fight that I started watching? I started watching after the Santos and Jillian Roberts fight. I didn't catch any of the fights before that. So like, I heard you guys, so I heard you guys talking about the Jamie Pickett fight. And all I heard was that like
triple
Jamie
casualty.
Pickett, I'm not gonna say he got pretty much dominated. I think the scorecards were what was it? They were pretty out there. I think it was like 30 something. I forgot, but like it wasn't competitive.
Yeah, I wanted to see like the Nuchukwi and Jamie Pickett fight because it looked like it was going to be a good one. And then obviously, you see a guy from Cameroon after Francis, you just automatically assume this guy's a fucking beast. So like, I always want to check in and see what's up with those guys.
You're right. Like the African fighters are beasts, man. Like,
bro,
what's that 145er guy's name? I know he's like Canadian too, but what's his name? He's like Nigerian. I can see his face right now. Like
no clue. You see Canadian?
Yeah, he's like Nigerian Canadian. Like he's this guy that like he's making a name for himself.
Was he on a card before?
Yeah, I feel like anyways, it's gonna hit me at some point. Like
what division? Weight class?
145.
145. Oh fuck. I'm just gonna give up now, bro. It's
all good. It's all good.
Did he fight on Fight Island? He fought on Izzy's card?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep. Ooh,
Hakeem
clap. Man, I'll offer you this, man, with the fucking clutch, man.
What's his full name?
Hakeem the Dream Alejandros.
Alejandro's? No, that's not.
I was about to say, that last name doesn't sound right.
It sounds okay, I guess, guys. I'm just kidding. I can look it up right now, though. No, Hakeem looks really good too in that fight. That's who you're thinking of, Hakeem.
Yeah.
Hakeem.
I remember him yelling at Habib's boy in the middle of the fight, just like
that guy. Yeah. I remember when he's like, "Come on, fight me, bro." He's like, "Fight me, bro." Dawadu. Yeah, Dawadu. Yeah, I remember him now. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
Shout out to everybody.
His name is. I offer you this, and he offered us who we're talking about.
Guys, you know what? I'm about to.
I love.
I offer you this. I'm gonna keep him up, bro.
Chael P, bro, the legend
himself.
Yeah, how do you feel about, like, I guess I didn't get your take on this either, Ashley. Do you guys feel like Chael be off the wall sometimes with some of his takes, or like
when he was calling out Cyril Gane, I was like, yo, that's not somebody you should be like talking shit about. He's just like, Cyril Gane, he does not understand the fight game. He should have called out this. You guys have you seen the video I'm talking about?
No.
Yeah. Was it on one of his most recent videos? It was like,
yeah.
And talking about like, yo, like you should have used that spot to just gloat about your win and this and that.
Yeah. Bro. And so I was just like, dude, like, I don't know. Cyril Gane's a scary dude. And like the way he was kind of talking about him, he didn't sound too disrespectful, but I was kind of like, but anyways, Chael's a fighter, so I guess
did you catch his take on the Jake Paul and Dylan Dennis thing?
No,
yeah, I did.
He said some crazy shit one time. I stopped like watching his videos. I don't know why. You know what it is too? I feel like he'd be bullshitting sometimes, man. Like his delivery, just like I love Chael though. I love Chael as a fighter. Like he was like one of the best shit talkers ever. He was always really entertaining, but like for some reason, man, like I just can't get with it anymore. But I'm gonna try just because I used to like him. What did he say about it?
Oh no, he was pretty much telling him, he was like, yo, everyone that's trying to get a fight with Jake Paul, leave that fight alone because Dylan Dennis, that's his fight. And I think he called Jake Paul a bitch too for driving away. So that, like when he called Jake Paul a bitch, I was just saying like, oh damn, Chael P uses swear words now, because you never hear him swear, to be honest. Even when he was talking crap about like Anderson and all that, he was always PG-13 with it.
Yeah. I know.
Wow, that shit though. He said his wife would make a mistake and he'd slap her on the ass.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yo, do you think YouTube would kick us off if I put it on?
What's up?
I don't think so. Like,
it's not like licensed. Yeah,
no, it's not like you're playing. No, I think that's fine. You can play YouTube videos. But have you guys seen like the video of when what's his name? Chael Sonnen was talking about Luke Thomas. I know it's like an old video. You guys know who Luke Thomas is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like have you seen the video I'm referring to when you're talking about Luke Thomas's followers and stuff?
No, what was it?
Bro, like he was going ham on Luke Thomas. I don't know what Luke Thomas said about Chael Sonnen, but Chael Sonnen made this whole like 5-6 minute video. You can watch it after. We don't have to watch it right now. Yeah. But he's like roasting Luke Thomas. Like, Luke Thomas, I can't believe like you're coming at me. I have more subscribers than you. You want to be like me, bro.
That's the most like social media era shit. Like, I got more subscribers than you.
But anyways, let's play this video.
Yo, that's so funny too, because like he's a fighter and like that was like his comeback. Not like I'll beat your fucking ass. Like shut up.
Right.
Yeah, you know what? Low key too. I hate to admit it. I never really fucked with Luke Thomas either. I feel like he's like snooty, like
Yeah.
uppity.
Yeah,
I
he
agree
does
with that
have
too.
like a. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm about to play it. I want to hear what he had to say about.
players. We got baseball players. Jose Canseco. We got MMA guys. Diaz's Cody Garbrandt comes to mind. Mike Perry coming after Jake Paul. All of it needs to stop. We all now must unite and point all of our cannons in the same direction.
Is this the one, Gio?
Yeah, this is the one. Yeah.
Fight Dylan Dennis. If any of you take that fight, you're a scumbag. That is Dylan Dennis's fight. The game is over. The buck has stopped. It is Dennis versus Paul, or Paul can get his walking papers and go tell his story somewhere else. He assaulted Dylan Dennis in the street, a crime, committed a crime, filmed it on video, drove away like a little bitch. Oh, and by the way,
What a fucking legend.
also got like 4 or 5 guys in the truck. I mean, right? In all fairness, we all know how this works. And it was all fun.
I think the rest of the video, him just saying the same thing. So.
Okay, I can stop him.
Yeah.
It's like your old uncle that just fucking says like the same shit.
Yeah, it just does the same thing, just in like in a different.
Yeah, just like a different. Yeah, fuck yeah, yeah. Shout out to Chill P, Uncle P, Uncle Chill. Do you guys think? All right, who do you think set that up, Brendan Schaub or Logan? Because Logan was on Food Truck Diaries the week before.
Definitely Brandon Schaub, bro. Without a
Think
doubt.
Schaub set that bitch up?
Oh yeah, dude. Like what was it? Like when they were throwing water balloons at Dylan, my man was just chilling in the back. Then instead that he says like, "Oh man, you know, needed to dust off the old skill set." I'm like, bro, what you mean, bro? You're not even doing anything.
Yeah.
What's Shop there? Like
Yeah.
interviewing?
Yes.
I didn't
You
see him.
the other side of it. Shout out to White Belt's Instagram page. Maybe that's where I'll go to watch it. But
Oh,
yeah,
what's your Instagram page? I'll follow you right now. I don't know if I follow you.
it's the number 8 and then the equal sign and the capital D. I'm just kidding.
No, it's.
I was really about to search that. I was like,
Go type in Pin 15 Club. I'm just kidding.
Oh god. No, but it's white belt MMA and then underscore. But, yeah, no, Brandon Schaub definitely set that up.
oh, I'm following you already. Never mind. I'm following you
Oh,
already.
really? Well, there you go. I chill.
Yeah, I could see Schaub setting it up too, like because like it's like publicity for his show.
Oh yeah, without doubt.
But Logan was there the week before too, so maybe Schaub was like, "Hey, like Dylan Dennis coming on next week," blah blah blah, and then Logan's like,
You know, I really don't understand the difference between Logan and Jake. Like Logan, for some reason I like Logan, but when it comes to Jake, I just can't stand the man, bro. Like just looking at him and just the way he talks, I'm just like, bro, you like Chris Weidman said, like you have the most punchable face on earth. I mean, you probably give me the hands, but like, hey, we're not talking about everyone else. So.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing too is like, I think everybody wins if this fight happens between Dylan Dennis and Jake Paul because like they're both trolls. Like I started like I used to like respect Dylan Dennis for his jiu-jitsu background because like I was you and I do the jiu-jitsu every once in a while.
That aggressive cuddling.
Yeah, but he's such a troll, man. Like, he would just call guys in the UFC like weight classes above him. Like it's like, what are you doing, bro? Like you're literally never going to fight that guy. Even if you made it to the UFC, he's like 3 weight classes ahead of you. Like what's your fucking end goal? What's the end game here, dude? You're trolling for no reason.
You know, one thing that I find so funny though is like that incident he had with Habib after the McGregor fight. I feel like that's like his one shining moment because like he always brings it up like every time he's like interviewed. He's like, yeah, you know, I hit Habib with a couple shots here and there, and I'm like, bro, they pulled you right off like after like 2 seconds. Like it wasn't like that.
Yeah, I feel like it also could have been like because I offered you this comment. He said in the camera was on the road before Jake even drove by too. Because I asked Rob Font. Yeah, that's a good dope video too. Anybody watched his reaction to it? But I feel like it might have been collaborative on the whole thing too, like between Jake and Dylan. Because like I mean I don't know, man. It was just kind of weird.
Yeah. I didn't think too much about it until I saw that video. I forget who posted the video. If it was Shab or I forget where I saw it. But there was this like really high quality video of like a different angle, like from like the Shab's point of view, and then like it was edited so well. And I was like, yo, was this shit set up? Because it just looked like too well done for it to like be an accident. You know what I mean? Or not an accident to be done like on the spot. So I don't know. It was weird.
The thing was too is like it was. Because Schaub does a show called Food Truck Diaries with like a bunch of MMA fighters. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but that's like what it was, right? That was like Dylan was like on Food Truck Diaries.
Yeah,
I'll get the video up too, guys. If you guys haven't seen the Because there's two versions of it. There's obviously the version where Jake Paul's in the truck, and then there's this version too. Shout out to White Belt MMA. You're the first page actually I seen with this.
Hey. Oh goddamn, it got some engagement, huh?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I feel good about myself right now.
I almost felt bad for the first time in my life for Dylan Dance though, because like if it was real, I could definitely feel his like insecurities. Like watching it.
Especially when he was walking back. Look at him over there. He's like,
He's like nervous laughing.
By the way, I'm not a fan of Dylan Dennis. I do not like the guy. I think he's just so annoying. But I do agree.
I'm about to mute him because I couldn't hear you. Jesus, why? Well, I can't mute it, guys, because look at this.
But the thing is like that's gonna get them millions of views, and when you guys fight, like that translates dollars for you.
Wish you would have got out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it back one more time.
My personality, and that's the thing with Marcel too. Is like he was getting mad at me for like.
Got him right in the fucking face.
right, man. Yeah, man, you guys weren't kidding though. You can definitely see the insecurities of Dylan.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, bro. I felt bad. That's the first time I felt bad. Never thought I'd ever feel bad for Dylan Dennis, but like I almost did at that moment.
Bro, I just know though if that fight happens though, like if he takes an L, bro, everyone like fans and fighters included, we're all gonna take an L, bro. We're all going to take an L.
That's why I think for like as much as like Jake Paul has a punchable face and he has a weird lisp, that's what makes him punchable for me is like the fucking weird lisp that he has. But he's fucking genius, bro, because that's a perfect MMA guy to call out in a boxing match. Because you both have like little to like you guys almost have similar boxing, you know what I'm saying? Like I guess experience is I guess the word I was looking for. Like fuck, bro.
Yeah, like, I can definitely see Jake. I mean, not knocking out, but I can definitely see him winning that fight. Especially seeing some of the like boxing videos that like there is of Dylan out there. I'm just there like, I don't know, because Jake does have hands.
For sure, like Dylan's a jiu-jitsu guy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's his bread and butter.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I wouldn't mind seeing Dylan go for a freaking knee bar or a heel hook in the middle of a boxing match. Just say F it, just go for it.
What if he agrees to fight so he can fucking snap his arm off?
Yeah. Just so we can feel better about ourselves. Yeah.
That'd be fucking wild. Who you got in that boxing match, Asher?
I actually think it's going to be a little bit competitive. By the way, I may need to hop off in like 2 minutes. My battery is about to die. But yeah, Jake Paul versus Dylan Dennis. I do think that Jake Paul actually has a decent chance of winning that fight. Reason why is Dylan Dennis is not known for his boxing. That's not what his specialty is in MMA. And I know a lot of people say, but no, Jake Paul hasn't had any real fights. But at the end of the day, someone like Ben Askren, right? Ben Askren his stand-up is atrocious, in my opinion, right? So, and he's a guy that has been champion of multiple organizations. So just because you have all this MMA experience does not mean you're a good boxer. So you're like you said, I think it's genius for him to call out Dylan Dennis, right? He's trying to get Conor McGregor. That's not going to happen. So the next best thing is to get Dylan Dennis. And then that one, I actually think would be a competitive fight, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but what do you think, White Belt?
About the Dylan Dennis and Jake Paul fight?
Yeah.
Dude, I hate to say it, but like I think Jake might have that one, bro. I really do. I really do.
Jake's got the KO power too, on top of like, you know, similar like experience in boxing. He has like power behind it, which
they're around the same size.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's also genius too, because like if Jake does beat Dylan, and he doesn't belong in a ring with Conor McGregor, but then it almost makes that like, you know what I'm saying? Like that was like that's a step.
You like, I took out your boy, now you have to face me type of deal.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, like it's fucking genius, bro. It was I respect him. He has balls for what he said to Conor McGregor's wife. Hella disrespectful to Uncle Dana though. Like, don't you ever fucking speak about one of the goats of fucking the game like that. That's fucking silly as hell.
Funny, though, he kind of slipped up a little bit though. Like you can see him forgetting his lines in the middle.
Yeah, he's he's definitely he's like an idiot but genius at the same time. Like
he's like, Dana, what you fucking bald.
Yeah, exactly. I took offense to that. Motherfucker.
What'd you say about bald people? What'd you say?
Shit, man. That's Harris.
But bro, I'd love to keep talking, but like my shit's about to die, so I'm gonna have to hop out right now.
For sure, man. Hey, thanks for tapping in, man.
Hey,
Yeah,
nice
no
meeting you,
worries,
man.
bro. Yeah, nice meeting you, Gio. We can do a video at some point, anytime. Just hit me
I'm
up.
down, bro. Let me know when.
He's
Yeah.
mine. I'm kidding.
He's mine. He's mine. Okay, we can do the three of us.
Word.
I'm playing.
Yeah.
Hey, he's getting
Hey,
jealous.
okay.
He's getting jealous. He's like, what about me? What about me? What about me?
Yo, yeah, we'll do something big. We gotta do a big ass collaborative for the awards, man. We're about to do some awards for
I'm
sure. That should
down.
be lit.
We're gonna do something like together, like the MMA awards show. We all split it in our channels or something. Do like a collaborative thing.
Hell yeah.
KO, mission, whatever. I'm down.
So we all got to wear suits, so it was good because your boy doesn't have a suit. So
You got
nah, bro.
We don't have to wear all-
Cappy,
you have
bro.
like a blazer? Do you have a blazer? A blazer?
Hey, bro, I can wear a I can wear a dress shirt with a tie. That'll be my look. I don't got a suit though, man. Money's a little tight, bro.
I mean, hey, I guess so. Isn't it like a saying like every man should have like a suit? Like you should have a.
Hey, damn, man, you make me feel bad, bro. No, not
Oh,
everyone
God,
watches.
sorry, let me stop.
Everyone watches like, yo, this man's poor as hell right now.
No, man, I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that. Maybe for the award show we'll get a IR for this face reveal in this motherfucker. That'd be lit, bro. I'm down for that.
Let's do it. My
definitely.
my shit's super laggy and super slow, so things to die. So I gotta hop
I'll
off.
I'll kick you out, man. I'll see you. Thanks for joining us, though, bro. Oh, he's frozen. I don't want to get made fun of for the frozen face. We've all been victim of it.
Hell, bro. I'm definitely gonna start watching his videos, dude. Like he really knows his stuff.
Yeah, man. We do breakdowns with him all the time, man. For this face reveal. Hell yeah, I'm down for that. Low key too. I want to shout out to all these MMA meme pages too, bro. I can't keep up, man. Like I tried doing the meme game, but like these motherfuckers are like on fire, bro. With the consistency, it blows my mind, man. And then I had someone steal a meme from me, bro. The one fucking time I made a meme, I didn't put because I don't do it. I don't do the memes that often. I didn't put, Speakeasy Sports, whatever. Some motherfucker stole it and put his like logo all over it, bro. I was pissed as fuck.
Bro, the meme game's a whole different level, bro. If you don't copyright it, bro, take it out like that, dude.
Bro,
I mean, I'm guilty of it too, though. On Twitter, I've seen a really good meme. I'm like, yo, it's like Thanos, bro. I was like, okay, I'll take this Infinity Stone, put it into my meme collection.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that's got to be like a award category too if we end up doing that, like the best like meme page.
Oh, yeah,
2020.
Yeah, dude, 2020 is almost done, dude. What was it, like 2 weeks from now? It's 2021.
Oh, bro, it's crazy.
Bro.
It did go by fast as fuck. Actually, I'm thinking about it. It was trippy.
Yeah, dude. I feel like everything. Like everyone's been in quarantine, so every day just feels the same. So it's like,
yeah,
I don't know, bro. They all kind of blended together.
Who's your dark horse for like the MMA meme page of the year?
I don't know if you ever heard of this meme page, but Strangle Squad.
Yo, yeah, shouts out to them because they're not even like looking for like that much clout. They're actually private, which I don't get, but they are funny.
I think the guy posted something in his story saying the reason why he's private is because like every time he goes public, they report him because this man forces it with the memes sometimes. You definitely get some of the social justice warriors after him with some of those memes, but they're hilarious.
That sucks. You know who my dark horse is? This is who I want a face reveal of, but he'll never do it. I talk shit to him in the DMs every once in a while. John Jones Funny Bones or whatever, or John.
Oh, dude, he's hilarious,
bro. Oh my god, dude. His are always like raunchy too, man. Like,
yeah, those are always the best memes too, though. Like, it's like one of those is like catches you off guard, but at the same time you're like, bro, that fucking gold.
Yes, yes, absolutely, bro. Let me see. Let's look at some of these meme pages. I'm on John Jones Funny Bones right now.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just me, but like, yo, Holly Holmes low key bad. This is me, bro. I'm sorry. With all due respect, bro. Like Mark Jackson would say.
I go back and forth, bro, because like in the face, no, for me.
Yeah.
All right, maybe I go back and forth on that too, but the body wise, it's like, oh yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
Have you seen? Did you see this one?
Yeah. Yo, what is that?
Oh, the one I saw. This is funny too. My favorite gas station restocks up in Bonerville.
Yo, John Jones, bro, he's looking big for his heavyweight debut. But like,
I guess he is looking kind of thick.
A little thick, bro.
Hey.
This man.
Let's see. I want to go. There's another one. This one was kind of funny. gonna tell my kids this is Freddie Mercury. Let's go to. What were you gonna say?
No, I was like, yo, Rafael dos Anjos, bro. This man has a mean stash. Him versus Felder, bro. It was stash versus stash. I feel like it should have been like whoever lost that match. They should have stash. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly though, I'm probably gonna have to go with my man RDA stash.
I don't know. I have to Felders, bro. But
For real? Yeah. Man, which one? I want to click on one of these. I don't know. I'm gonna just click one at random. Just tell me when to stop.
All right. Wait, what was that McGregor one that you just passed like a while back?
Let me see.
Right there. Right. What does it say?
Therapist Conor McRogan does not exist. He can't hurt you, Conor McRogan. Baldy McGregor.
Yo, dude, what was it? I've been seeing this online, dude. A lot of people they're not effing with Joe Rogan's commentary anymore. What do you think about that?
I can see it, man. I never really been an absolute. I mean, maybe he fell off a little bit too. I don't know, man. I think he's gotten a little lazy with it just because he's Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
He himself is a fucking brand. This one's absolutely funny. The Raw Dog hoodie, then him with his baby. He set himself up for that one.
Dude, is Darren Till though? I think he had just like a 2-hour interview. I think I forgot the name of the channel, but like whenever you have a chance, bro, watch it because he goes real deep with his story and everything like that. Talk about when he got stabbed.
Yo, I've always wanted to ask him that, man. I tried getting him on the show before. Strangle Squad. Is this him?
Yeah.
Let's take a look, man. Yeah. I've always that was one.
Actually, no, that's not him.
What the fuck is this?
I don't know. I think I'll go back now, bro, before it gets a little.
Yeah, a little dicey here. I don't even try to get canceled myself.
Yeah. I think let me check. Let me check the actual IG handle. But
I'll keep scrolling through these ones.
Strangle Squad.
The fucking clown.
What was that when you're
see this one? This is about that sex pull out a condom.
Yo, Darren Till's he's a meme, bro. I feel like every time I see him, dude, I just see that it was like that Dana White meme he keeps posting of like his face on Dana White's body.
Oh yeah, that one's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, dude. It hurts seeing Impa get knocked out like that. He just seems like a good dude. So like, yeah, dude. So like when he got knocked out just like that, I'm like, man.
Easy, my man. What it do? What it do, Oblivious Uncle? What up, man? Shout out to Oblivious Uncle, one of our Twitch subscribers. He tapped in live with me and Baby Hulk one time. Yo, let's go to I Offer You This page. I don't know why I didn't think to do that. You find Strangle Squads?
Bro, like my internet's being foo-foo right now.
You good, man.
First, I don't have a suit. Now my internet's being foo-foo. What the hell?
I know, man. That's right when you said that, it felt like really bad. I was like, oh, man. I'm playing. Hey, I'm poor, too. I just thought everyone who wasn't black was rich.
Nah. I'm a panic, bro.
Yeah, there you go. Me when Jose Aldo starts throwing leg kicks.
What's that Chael Sonnen one right there?
This begs the question: where the hell did Jose's Aldo tattoo?
Yeah,
hey,
talking about
it. Question.
Thought too.
Boom, bro. I offer you this fucking blowing up. This man had 167 likes on that boy.
God damn. Was that Jake Paul one?
Where at?
I
think Nate Diaz slapping him.
Yeah.
Fuck Jake Paul.
Oh, dude, I would have loved to see that. Did you hear about Yoel apparently wanted to get that fight too?
Yeah, I was laughing because you all called him John Paul.
John Paul.
It's another example of like an old guy who like just fucks up everything. It's like when like you were a kid and your grandma used to call Pokemon.
Yeah.
I hate that shit. Me when Cub Swanson gets the KO on TV. It did feel like that too.
Yeah. Bro, Club Swapson though, like he was looking like that. What was that video that went viral? What was it that him like a guy like riding a skateboard drinking like cranberry juice?
Oh, he looks just like that motherfucker.
Yeah,
wow, I never even put that together.
Yeah, people were making memes about that, like putting his face onto Club Swanson's like post-fight interview, and they're like, "Yo," and then I think he responded to it. He was like, "Yo, please stop sending me this. I don't look like this guy." And I'm like, "Bro, you do. I'm sorry. Sorry to break it to you."
Yeah. Yo, I fucking wanted to. Oh yeah, I had a question about this too. Speaking of this meme, so like Leon Edwards and Shemaev were supposed to headline this card tonight, and like obviously Edwards got the Rona. But and like it's just canceled till like next year, like 2 months later. But like with Kevin Holland, my man was fighting 2 weeks later. Like Are you just like are you disappointed in Leon, or like you think he just had like a worse case of it, or like?
Yeah, I think they said it, dude. They said that he had a worse case. Like he apparently lost like 12 pounds in like a week. Yeah,
no, it fucking sucks, bro. I hope he doesn't lose, especially because like what's riding on this fight? Like he's fighting the fucking, you know what I'm saying, like number 15th guy, like hype train.
Yeah.
He's supposed to win, but now, fuck, that makes me wonder.
Yeah, no. I mean, because like if you lose 12 pounds, and like it must have been like, I don't know how tough it would have been, dude. Like he must have been hit with everything, fever, everything that COVID has to offer. So
yeah.
It sucks, and I really, like you said, it's like I really hope it doesn't affect his performance because, like, I have Edwards winning that fight too.
Yeah, me too. Rogi says not surprising that someone as fake as Jake Paul would fake some BS like this, or like the staged fucking the stage shit.
Yeah.
God. No, yeah, that would suck, man, for Leon Edwards and Curtis Blades too, because like that's another one that got like pulled back further than just 2 weeks later.
Did they rebook it yet? Or no?
I don't think they have like official date on it. I think it's like somewhere like January or February, something like that. But before then, we will have a face reveal if I offer you this. We gotta get this shit together, man. I be coming up with good ass ideas, man, but I just never fall through, man. The weed just be making me not fall through. I guess
we still have a couple more weeks, dude. We can definitely do the awards ceremony. So whenever everyone's free. I mean, hey, next Saturday, bro. Oh, all right, yeah.
All right, Dap, come on.
Yeah,
hey, yo. Dap be getting mad as fuck on fucking group chats, bro. Oh my god, bro.
I'm over here like, damn, bro.
Hey, Dap, if you come on, bro, I just want you to go off on everybody, bro. Just let it all out.
Yeah.
For real.
No big. Yo, Dap, also another thing, bro. Me and Easy were talking, dude. You know, whenever this clears up, bro, we need to take you to a jiu-jitsu gym, bro. Make it a video series out of it.
Really? Dude, I know, man.
I know. It's like his first day in the gym, and then like goes to like a month later, we revisit Dap to see how he's doing.
There's gotta be something open on the low though. Like I'm definitely gonna find out. I'm gonna reach out to like some Cali Connects or whatever and see like what's open on the low. Cause like, what up though? Dap immediate. What it do, baby?
Yes, sir. What's good with it, man?
Shit, man. What's your fight of the night?
Fight of the night, honestly, for me, probably Detroit boy Chaos Williams, Michel Pereira. Like that was probably one of my favorite fights of the night. And then the sleeper fight of the night, Tyler Santos, Jillian Robertson. That was one of my favorite fights. I mean, I'm a big Tyler Santos fan. I mean, she's gonna take the division by storm.
That Jimmy Pickett fight, because I'm sure you watched the entire prelims, right, or no?
Yeah, I watched the prelims, and then I watched all the fights, but the only fight I really didn't give a fuck about was the Deron Wynn Antonio Arroyo fight. That fight was just absolutely terrible.
Was like a wrestle fuck. It looked like it.
It wasn't even. I mean, it was a wrestle fuck, but like Antonio Arroyo, I don't know, man. I get the wrong impression from the dude. I feel like he needs to get like cut from the UFC because that shit was a shit show. Like against Deron Wynn, you like the mismatch. You know what I'm saying? It's like a Stefan Struve type shit. Like Struve got fucking rocked by Tuivasa, and then you got the same shit happening with Wynn. Not to disrespect Wynn. Wynn's a good fighter, but like fuck. I don't know, man. Like, how the fuck do your legs go out like chicken? Like, I don't know. It's fucking terrible.
No, yeah, you'll find out when you get you a piece of that good.
No, man. Fuck that. I don't smoke.
No, I'm talking about that good. That wet, that wop.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Chicken on him.
Yo, this is how I know my man Dap's an innocent soul, bro. He was like, "Yo, what is that?" I'm like,
I ain't want weed, man. No, I like that, man. I wanted to ask you though, the Jimmy Pickett and Nuchikwi.
Yeah, the Cameroonian dude.
Was it a banger? I didn't get to see it.
A fucking crazy fight. I mean, there was a clash of heads, but that didn't stop the fight. Pickett fucking weathered the storm. Like this guy was getting beaten up for 3 rounds. The other guy's cardio held up. It was all kill shots. Like I think props to Jamie Pickett. I mean, the dude legit did not back down one bit. Kept coming forward. Although I will say, fuck, bro, something has got to be up with the cups, man. I feel like every guy's like balls were legit hanging out their fucking like cups. I swear to God, it was like, and I'm surprised there were no low blows this card.
Fucking, it's not Bellator.
I was like, what?
Yeah, I saw the stat lineup for that one. It looked like my man for Cameroonian fucking laid it on him, but I was upset because I didn't get to watch it. Yeah, 159 strikes to 40. Dad, did you see this shit? We pulled up, and I don't know if Google's just fucked up or what. We pulled up the stats from Jose Aldo and Cheeto. Did you see that Cheeto with 92 strikes? And
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but I mean, you could obviously tell like all those strikes were much more, I think, effective because you're looking at, I mean, Cheeto Vera, dude, you know, he's never been finished in this career, so I wasn't expecting a finish coming out of this fight, but looking at Jose Aldo, I think this was the Aldo we saw of old, and I think it was really good because looking at the fight against Petr Yan, I even went against Jose this fight. So, I mean, the numbers might make sense because Cheeto definitely threw more, but I think Aldo just landed the more effective strikes and the takedowns.
Yeah, I just felt like watching it. I felt like just Cheeto was on the defense the entire time, but I know at the end they were just fucking like slugging it out on the floor, on the ground there.
He came on at the end of the second, though. It was getting pretty close for Vera, though. I mean, for the scorecard being 29-28, I can definitely see it. Because, I mean, even when Jose took him down, he was just kind of controlling him. He wasn't really going for the finish. That's how you see Vera. Like, what was it? When he was, like, Vera was trying to get out of it, he just kind of got pissed and he started doing, like, this sign and everything like that. I don't know if you caught that. But
yeah. I wanted to ask this to Dap.
Yeah, what's up?
Chaos fight, because it was one of your fight of the nights. Did he get fucked over? Like, what happened here?
Okay, look, I'm gonna be honest. I think that I went in Pereira this fight. No disrespect to Chaos. I think that Chaos.
I'm just kidding.
Of course, the Detroit man's gonna get mad at me, but like, I went with Pereira because, like, you know, Chaos has power. We know Chaos can knock people out, but then again, this new. I feel like with Pereira, seeing the kind of resurgence is what people wanted Masvidal to be. Where, like, he came back, he's like, I'm a baptized people. He got the crazy KO of Askren, but Pereira, just with that unpredictability, it feels like you're watching a whole new fighter. And I don't think that Chaos got fucked over. Like, definitely, I think if Chaos kept the momentum going and he kept blitzing, he would have won the fight. Because when he was blitzing, you could tell Pereira was stunned. But then I think the takedowns were what sealed the deal for Pereira. Because that third round was like, you know, it was the tiebreaker. It was the one that was going to make or break the fight.
Yeah, for me, I had it like easily. I thought heading into the third round was 2-0 Chaos.
I could have confidently said, I can say that round 1 was a toss-up. Round 2 was definitely Chaos, and round 3 was definitely Michel Pereira. Because I think the takedown at the end, and I think a lot of
round 3 was for sure Pereira's. I can't.
I don't think it would have been 30-27. I think 30-27 would be unrealistic to call this fight. But I do think that looking at the fight, I was surprised. I think Chaos Williams proved a lot. I think if anything, it brought his stock up this fight. So I wouldn't be mad if I was him because, you know, you're going up against a guy who's 27, like the same age. If you hear any background noise, my bad. But anyways, you're going up against a guy who's basically has 40 professional fights. And he's only 27. You're 25, and you have 13 pro fights on your record. And not to mention, you knocked out one of the baddest motherfuckers in the game in Razak Al-Hassan. So if anything, not only did you prove you can go the distance, and you'll be damn fine as well in terms of stamina, but you proved you also can hold your own and like go the distance. But one place where I felt like there was a glaring issue that went unsolved was the ground game because he was close to getting submitted in the second.
Yeah, and then obviously when Pedesta started like, you know, hammering him, throwing those fists down on him too at the end of the third. I don't know if he just knew that the round was coming up or he just didn't have like an answer to it. But I wish, if anything, it just would have been like a fucking draw or something. Like,
I mean, a draw wouldn't have been physically I mean, I don't think it would have been like possible because I don't think any of the rounds were at 10-8. Like no round was really that far off. And if anything, this fight reminded me like of the Zubaira Dawodu fight from 253, where both of them were very, you know, meticulous with their shots, very careful. It was like very technical. It was very technical striking. And eventually, I think, like you mentioned, I think he might have thought he won the fight. That's why he kind of laid off. But same thing happened with Zubaira in that fight. And, you know, the result shows otherwise.
Shout out to the fucking homie Rob Font with the KO.
Cartel, bro. Taking souls out here.
Gang. Bobby Dumpsters.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, though. That's kind of a crappy nickname. But when he said that in the interview, I was like,
what are we at right now, though? Like, fuck.
I did like the capitalizer, though. I was like, yo, big ups to that one, bro.
I'm gonna message him. I'm gonna say Rob Font, the capitalizer.
Bro, I'm still shocked at how your video is probably gonna blow the fuck up, the Rob Font one.
Yeah.
I think
Should be
that
cooking
one's
it up,
gonna be
man.
really good.
Yeah, I'm about to see because what was he like 10K before the fight? 12K. He's at 12K, 12.8 after that, after tonight.
I can definitely see it being 20K by the end of probably 2 weeks from now.
Did he have the only knockout on the card? I think
Hmm.
between prelims and the main.
No, Chibura knocked out Hardy.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
was a
yeah,
good
yeah,
fight.
yeah, yeah. That's right. That's right. That was like a weird one though. Like Hardy kind of just gave up.
I don't like Greg Hardy. I really don't like him.
He needs to. I mean, I hate to say it because I think Asher brought up a good point because like we're criticizing professional athletes, but like at the same time, it's like, dude, I think Hardy needs to clean up his diet, dude. I feel like even though he was winning his last couple fights, he was always gassed, and you know what I mean. And I feel like this is like the first step up in competition that like he was put to the test, and he gave up, like you said it. Because like, dude, when he was on the ground, like this man wasn't even shrimping, he wasn't repositioning anything. He was just kind of there.
It's literally like me in my 5th round of like rolling.
Yeah.
I was like, let the skinny guy, let the skinny boy, I let him take top mount. Just fucking try your best, little guy. I'm just here for the ride. Dang, bro, you've been on here forever. Yeah, man, I've been live, what, hour and a half now. Damn, I have been going hard.
We just like talking about MMA, dude.
Shout out to the 5 listeners in the motherfucking building. Hey. Yeah, I don't know what it. I don't know if we see Greg Hardy back. I really just didn't see like a fighter spirit from him, and like there was no fight back at all. He just fucking like literally was like, you know.
Definitely, like it's like he needs to clean up his diet, dude. Because as you can see, he's barely making the heavyweight limit, 266. So like, if anything, like, have him to like, fight around 250. We can get down to that weight. You know what I mean? So
it is weird too, because like he has got enough money. Like he played in the NFL. He got enough money to get a fucking like chef, bro.
Oh, 100%.
Bro, if anything, he got paid more in the fucking NFL than the UFC just to fight. So that's the funny part about it. I think that if you're Greg Hardy, and there's already a ton of controversy. I think it was against I don't remember the guy, but there was a guy he fought where he got DQ'd for an illegal knee, and then there was obviously the inhaler controversy that got ruled a no contest.
That was the Boston card.
Yeah, that was Reyes Weidman, right?
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I was at that event, bro. I remember the whole crowd was like just
Weidman, bro. Oh my gosh.
Bro. Hey, bro, I'm a Weidman fan, so every time he gets knocked out, I get sad.
I know. My boy Justin is too.
That whole like tri-state scene is. I'm sorry to cut you off, Easy, but that whole tri-state scene is like fucking insane. You got like, you got the upstate New York lads that fight up there, and then you got the Boston. You got Lowe's on MMA. You guys are low-key chilling with the MMA scene up there. You got Sarah Longo, fucking Mark Henry, I think, is up there in New York.
New Jersey,
or New Jersey.
Crazy. Yeah. If the striking of Boston linked up with the grappling of New York.
Oh gosh,
that's a super camp,
bro.
No, I'm sorry, bro. Then California will have to take this L, bro. The Northeast will be the new MMA spot, bro.
Well, definitely not. I think California takes the cake regardless, dude. I mean,
that was like nah.
You got because like no disrespect to that whole East Coast MMA, because honestly, there's only like 3 or 4 dedicated areas where MMA is fucking popping off. You got California. You got that whole East Coast region. You got Florida, and then you got Texas. I mean, Texas and New Mexico more specifically. Mm-hmm. But you're looking at these gyms. I think that the California scene is like really weird right now because you got a bunch of up and coming fighters coming out from here. But I think that more importantly, you got like such staple gyms out here that it's kind of hard to write off California ever in the MMA scene. Like, I think just AK on its own is obviously as a super camp is like, or not super camp because the only super camp I really is ATT. I mean, in cooperation with Eagles MMA, like when Khabib's boys are there, that's when I think AK really stands out. But other than that, it reminds me more of like a Jackson Wink.
Like, at one time, I think simultaneously they had Rockhold with a belt, DC with a belt, and Kane. Fucking nasty. And then obviously Khabib came down.
Dude, if Rockhold never got knocked out by Bisping, dude, I think Rockhold would have held on for that belt for a while, dude.
Yeah, that his same thing. I feel like with there's 2 guys where like they could have been great. I mean, they are still great. They've both been champions, but Dillashaw and Rockhold, like skill set wise, like really, really good. But their chins, you never know like when it's gonna go like during a fight,
Yeah, and dude, that point you said about Dillashaw earlier, dude, I cannot agree a lot. I mean, I couldn't agree a lot more because it's like you said, it's like, dude, you're taking away food from people's tables if you're taking PEDs, and like you can actually hurt a guy. You can actually kill a man in there.
Yeah.
Like, we saw what Vitor Belfort did to Michael Bisping, made him lose his eye. So it's like, come on, bro.
I want to get your guys' opinion actually on something. I thought this was really unique. I'm gonna pull up the tweet right now on mine.
He's like, does this look like a rash to you? I'm just kidding.
Damn. No, it's actually really interesting with what white boy. Fuck. I just said white boy. Oh, fuck.
White boy MMA.
White boy.
White boy MMA.
White boy MMA.
That's how you know it's late on my end. And I can't even complain because it's 11 for me and like 2 a.m. by you guys. Shit. That's how you know. I think it was something. My bad, white bro. Hey, maybe it's that good man.
White boy MMA. Real quick, that boy's taking that back seat to Boston and Michigan, bro, in the MMA scene. Our Michigan boys up until tonight, we're on a knockout streak between Joaquin Buckley and Jamal Hill. Yeah. Chaos too. Up until tonight that streak ended out.
Yeah, I gotta get some of that Jamal Hill merch. I think that shit's
bro. That hoodie's fire, bro.
No, that hoodie's fire. I think that and the UFC. I think it was the UFC. There's a great UFC hoodie which is like 5 for what's yours or something like that. I think it's fucking dope as shit.
That's dope.
But I wanted to actually mention because White Belt mentioned something really similar, which was like with Dillashaw taking money away from people who need that to put food on their table by taking pets. But I think something that Kelleher said that I want to actually get both of your guys' opinion. Brian Kelleher, he mentioned on a tweet, and I don't know if you want to pull this up easy, but he said, "Do you see any other professional athletes from other other sports trying to compete against famous YouTubers in their respective sport? Never." He said the reason why legitimate professional UFC athletes want to fight famous YouTubers is because they want a real professional paycheck. So take that into consideration. Why do you think? I think that's crazy in terms of just fighter compensation. How you have so many people coming out now and saying, I want to fight this guy, Jake Paul. What's good? Because fuck, it's like they're quote unquote prize fighting, but for what's the prize really? Because it just feels like they're getting their monthly paycheck, or if not 3 months salary, something like that.
Send that tweet in the group chat if you can. I'll put it up on the screen, or maybe my lazy ass can just Google it. But
I got you. I'll do it right now.
No, I agree. I think the fight game overall is like that too. Because I was speaking with Ngannou's coach, DC Dewey Cooper, Black Cobra, and I asked, I was like, "Is there more money in boxing than MMA?" And he was like, "No, because the lower tier boxing guys aren't making shit. Like, yeah, you see the big names in boxing are making big bucks, but the below that they're not making shit." And I was like, "Well, I never really thought of that because you really don't know. I mean, Gio, you might because you watch boxing a little bit more than me." Oh, by the way, Shelton Canelo, didn't he win tonight? I heard he fucking dominated.
Yeah, dude. I don't know how he won by, but he did win today.
Who won?
In terms of fighter compensation, dude, I don't know. In terms of MMA, because the thing is, with MMA, it's such a new sport. So I know a lot of people like to compare the pay structure to boxing, and I think this is what I think. I think in MMA pays a little bit more balanced out through the mid to low tier guys, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? Because I feel like in boxing, if you're trying to make a name in boxing, the first couple years there's going to be little to no money at all, which probably the same in MMA. But the thing is, once you get to the UFC, there's decent money to be made, as opposed to boxing that you have to have that big main event fight to actually get your first real paycheck. You know what I mean? So it's in terms of combat sports, there really isn't that much money to make. So what Dap said is there's a reason why everyone's calling out Jake Paul, trying to get that Conor McGregor says that Red's panty night.
Yeah. Well, did you see when Jake Paul offered that contract to Conor? That's the highest fight purse Conor's ever been offered, which is it's pretty fucking crazy considering the numbers he's done for MMA and what he's done for the UFC as a whole, as a company.
Do you think that was a legit offer though? $50 million? Do you actually think he had someone backing that up?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he had the screenshots of the contract afterward and whatnot.
I think that actually that's not the best contract Conor can get.
For sure, you probably get more, right? Because if Floyd making fucking hundreds of millions, timeout too. For Floyd being one of the no disrespect to him, obviously he's one of the greatest, but for not being an entertaining guy to watch in the ring itself, unless you're a purist, how the fuck his payday is so goddamn high? How does he make more money than Wilder and Fury fight? You know what I'm saying? That blows my mind.
I don't know.
I'd much rather watch Wilder and Fury than fucking Floyd.
Dude, it's all the older heads. I'm telling you right now, even a fight against Jake Paul, yeah, you're gonna get a bunch of little kids fucking hypebeast money. You're not gonna get any, fucking all these Gen Z clowns. They're all gonna be fucking, throwing their mom's credit card into this fucking fight because they want to be trendy, they want to watch the fight. But realistically, I don't think that that's gonna hold up because you're looking at McGregor. This guy's amassed a fan base of predominantly 18 guys in there who are like teenagers who are just getting into their adult stages. And the average MMA viewing spectrum is, from like 18 to like 34, 36 in terms of guys. And it's a predominantly male audience, not to mention. So I imagine, for the older heads, for like the, people like Gio's age who like, they grew up in a different generation of YouTube as I did. Are like, well, technically not me, but my age, like, because I grew up watching Smosh and like all those heads. But like for us, like, no, I guarantee you, me and Joe could give less of a fuck if Jake Paul fights or not. Like, I think Conor would get a higher payday from a Pacquiao fight, and that's what he's gonna do. That's why he's fighting Dustin, because he wants to resharpen his boxing. Because Lord no, the last time he fought against a striker was Eddie Alvarez, and I think that that's gonna be pretty important because you're looking at him. He wants to fight Pacquiao. That's like next on his list. They've already agreed they're gonna fight in UAE. And that's gonna happen. So why the fuck would he get a payday from this other guy that nobody gives a fuck about when he can get the same payday, if not more, just base salary off fighting Pacquiao?
Maybe because easy money.
I mean, yeah, if you want to go in and fucking wipe this white trash's blood all over the fucking canvas for 30 seconds and dip with the 50 mil guaranteed payday, go for it. But I mean,
yeah.
At the same time, Stephen Thompson said it best. I mean, these guys are a disgrace to not disgrace to combat sports, but it's literally a spit in the face to any professional MMA or combat sports athlete that actually wants to make it big in the sport, because you have I'd say privileged, two privileged people who coming from the YouTube scene or just the entertainment spectrum who are making a mockery of the sport by playing it, where you don't play boxing or you don't play MMA. It's a fucking life or death or live or die type of thing. It's for some people who, they got nothing else going for them. All they know is fighting. All they grew up was fighting. That's what they get out. That's why they go to MMA, not because some YouTuber or, some cringe lord on the internet wants to come and fight one of the world's greatest fighters in the world.
I will say this though, is like they did like create that platform for themselves to where like they landed those fights. You know what I'm saying? Like to whatever, like, discrediting or whatever, like these fights are still being accepted by, I mean, I guess no, they haven't fought any actual fighters yet, but they have a platform that people do want to see them fight. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I want to see Dylan Dennis box Jake Paul. I'm like down as fuck to see that one. And not even here's the thing too, is like Jake Paul fucking, like, my man boxes. You know what I'm saying? Like he's obviously he has a skill set ahead of like your average Joe. You know what I'm saying? He knocked out like a professional athlete in Nate Robinson, like fucking like flatlined him, and that's
but when was
like, and he's only 23, so he actually can like maybe develop something down the line. I'm not gonna like discredit them, and I mean, kudos to them for getting their money. I don't know, man. I see both sides in a way, because I could see a guy who's like, struggling to fucking feed his family. He's only making like 6 and 6 for show and win. Then he sees fucking Jake Paul just like enter the realm, but like,
you're playing devil's advocate.
Definitely playing devil's advocate, but Jake Paul did build that platform for himself to where like he is like demand. You know what I'm saying? He is in demand.
Respect to him. And I mean, I'm gonna give Wipeout the mic in a second, because I think he's definitely like in a semi-agreement with me to an extent. I think both of you are actually, but I think that more importantly, something to consider is, this guy got big off shit talking other people. This guy did the same thing McGregor did, off shit talking other people getting big. In that way, it's a big money fight. You got two big talkers coming in and doing it, but at the same time, it's like, I can't believe that from a combat sports standpoint, we've gotten to a point where, people have to take these kind of fights to kind of secure their financial situations, and financial security has become such a big deal for an MMA fighter or just prize fighting, because it completely takes away from what the name is, which is quite literally prize fighting. You're fighting for the money of it.
What were you gonna say, Gio?
Yeah, no, kind of like Dab said, I'm kind of in a semi-agreement. The thing is, I can see both sides to it. You know what I mean? Like, I can see why like people like Dap are like, like this should not be the case. Like, this should not happen at all. But then again, like you said, Easy, like I kind of want to see Dylan Dennis box Jake Paul. You know what I mean? Just for the hell of it, just for the entertainment side of it. But at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, it sucks that like, combat sports have gotten to this point that like to make your money, you have to, shit talk. You have to disrespect the other person's like, family and all that. But at the same time, it's kind of like, it is the entertainment business, you know what I mean? And people at the end of the day want to see two people that hate each other get in that ring and just beat the crap out of each other. So it's one of those things that it's like, it's just the way it is. I mean, just the way you have to make your money nowadays. And it sucks, but it's just it's just how it is.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know what, too? I want to stop also from saying combat sports. Like, this is boxing. And boxing did that to themselves by, like, fucking, like, not scheduling the big fights. Like, the fact that Anthony Joshua has yet to fight fucking Deontay Wilder or Fury, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not the case in MMA, or at least in the UFC.
It's just, and another thing that, like, MMA just does so much better than boxing is, dude, they promote every fighter on that roster. You know what I mean? They provide some sort of backstory to whoever you're watching on the screen. You know what I mean? I feel like in boxing, it's like, you have your big star, and then you have the B side. Dude, like you're watching a broadcast. They're legitimately just talking about the A side for 99% of the whole fight, and then legitimately not taking into account anything that the other side is doing. Or
and the other thing too is like, these B sides in the fucking championship fights. It's like, bro, we don't fucking know. Like, no bullshit. Call me casual, whatever you want. I didn't know Canelo was fighting until like 3 days ago.
Yeah.
3 days ago.
True. Triple G fought yesterday, dude, and no one gave a crap about it.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest. Like, for me, in terms of promotion, I think just because of the circle we're in, I think that for me, the UFC does. And just in the MMA scene or combat sport, like I'm gonna be honest. Like you said, call me casual, but from my point of view, I think I don't really get that interest from these boxing fights. I think the fight that caught more interest for me was the Lomachenko Lopez fight over this Canelo Smith fight. Just because it depends on the fighters you like. More importantly, and to go back to what Gio said about promoting fighters, I think the UFC probably does the best job out of all promotions in terms of, advocating for getting their fighters to follow. Because even if you're not making bank in the UFC, you're getting sponsors, you're getting names on your thing. You can even do a social media presence. That's the point we've gotten to with this whole MMA scene. Like, for example, and I'm going to use an example here just from a YouTuber standpoint, but Baby Hulk, he fought on Street Beefs, and that following is probably amassed him a fair bit of sponsors. He's probably like, on the YouTube, he's grinding. You can see him doing that. Like Frank Camacho, we brought on a podcast, who's a UFC fighter. He has his own podcast and he has his own YouTube channel. It's little things like that the UFC provides that I think kind of balance out the payment, although it's still semi-unfair. And I was actually looking at the purses. I have the purses pulled up for the fight. Looking at like someone like Jamie Pickett, for example, Jamie Pickett made overall earnings. Jamie Pickett got paid the least on the card. Him and Carlton Minus both got like 13 grand. For an ass beating like that, Jamie Pickett should not get paid 13 grand.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he can't work his regular job Monday after fucking. You know what I'm saying? Like, Joaquin Buckley, perfect example, knockout of the fucking year. Still had his job at Walgreens. You know what I'm saying? Or not Walgreens, but one of the drugstores. What's that?
It was Walgreens.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like fucking like, bro, that's fucked. You can't have this. Like, you're a professional at the highest level of this sport, and you're still working a fucking like side job, especially a job like Walgreens. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Come on now.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, Dap and Easy. Do you think the sport will ever get to the point that fighters get together and start a union? Kind of like the way the NFL and the NBA has, like in terms of like protecting contracts and stuff like that. Guys
are so hungry to be on that main stage. Like, one of the biggest realizations of that for me is that we had Anthony Romero on from LFA. He was on Dana White's Contender Series and had an impressive win, but didn't get the contract. And I was like, hey, like, what if because you did have an impressive performance? Like, what if Bellator came, and they were offering you that bread? He's like, no, I want to be on the UFC. Like, I want to be in the UFC. Yeah. You always have somebody like, crawling to get there, because it's not just like, obviously it's the UFC, but it's also like an opportunity for yourself. Like my man Dap was saying, Frank Camacho's got his own podcast. It gives you a platform for people to fucking. I mean, you even saw when we were talking to Rob Font. You know what I'm saying? You give him a platform to sell fucking dumpsters, become Bobby Dumpsters on the side. Yeah. So it's like the trade-off for someone who's fucking starving. It's just those type of fighters are always going to be there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and to go back to what you said, Gio, I think when you mentioned obviously the fighters forming a union, I don't know if you guys know, there's actually a lawsuit going on right now about
media members too.
John Fitch. John Fitch, a former UFC fighter and Bellator fighter who just retired recently. He actually is leading a lawsuit against the UFC or Zuffa that they're basically the UFC's basically become a monopoly. And he's claiming that they basically dictate the entirety of the salaries across the entire MMA spectrum, and how, their poor treatment of fighters, or not poor treatment of fighters, but, their egregious wages towards fighters kind of dictates the entire market, like for what Bellator should be paying, or, basically with the whole free agency thing and stuff like that, they've essentially created, this unfair advantage for the fighters.
Yeah, dude. And the thing is, let's say if it keeps on going like that lawsuit, dude, the UFC's in big trouble. I don't know if it's gonna get to the point that obviously they get disbanded or anything like that, but the whole sport's gonna change. You know what I mean? So it's I don't know. If I'm Dana White, I'm sweating bullets right now, to be honest.
I got a clip too, because one of the guys in that lawsuit, Nate Quarry, however you want to say it, he was actually on the Weighing In podcast. I can put it on if you guys want to listen. Cause I do want to hear their side, because you say it's a monopoly, but there are other outlets. I don't know. Let me see. I'm not saying you say it's a monopoly. Obviously it's in a roundabout way a monopoly, but not by definition. But I want to hear what this guy has to say. I'm gonna put the video on.
Go for it.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying the overall principle of it all is that you're saying that fighters are stuck there and they can't leave. That's not true. Fighters chose to put themselves in that contract. They chose to stay there. There's times where fighters could have signed with somewhere else in the middle of their contract. Even for more money, they've decided to stay with the UFC. So what does that say? That's an argument.
I definitely agree with a lot of what you're saying. But yeah, a lot of the fighters, they get blinded by that UFC, those 3 letters. And I know a guy who's been offered a Bellator contract, and he's going, "No, man, I'm holding out for the UFC." And I'm like, "Buddy, you're getting older. It's time for you to just go where you can." But that conversation really doesn't have anything to do with the monopolization of the sport as well. Because if you look at our case, and what the judge has agreed with us on, is that the UFC in a bad year makes 94% of every MMA dollar spent around the world. And they have 98% of the top fighters. If you go to an independent rankings and look at the top 10 fighters of every single weight class, if the UFC isn't all 10, it's 9 or 8. But they've got it all.
But wouldn't that be on the media though? That's not so much. That's the media. We can't. I can't state court cases against the UFC based on the media. That's the problem. I'm
not sure what you mean by the media.
Talking about the rankings. Yeah, the media is the one that comes up with their own rankings. The UFC doesn't tell them to put that in there. Maybe they do. But I'm simply saying, the media should have control of their own rankings. And now, if they choose to listen to the UFC and put them there, that's not on the UFC.
But no, that has nothing to do with money.
And real quick, too, the definition of monopoly is an exclusive possession or control of the supply of a trade in a commodity or service. And that's obviously there's Bellator, there's fucking XFC, LFA. You know what I'm saying? What they own LFA.
I think they have a TV streaming deal or something like that. Same thing for on the Fight Pass and everything.
What'd you say?
I think they have a streaming deal with LFA. So they don't own them, but
yeah.
It's kind of like their version of the G League in a way.
I mean, not for nothing. Sorry.
No,
I mean, not for nothing, but he mentioned, 94% of the MMA scenes, MMA scenes, income and just overall money that's coming into it is from the UFC. But how can you say, from their standpoint, just to play devil's advocate to what they're saying, that they've basically, dictated how the market fluctuates in the MMA spectrum? Looking at it like this, the numbers that Bellator is pulling in is nowhere near close to the numbers the UFC is pulling. And the way the UFC is going, if you're someone pulling a Kevin Holland type thing, fighting 5 times a year, getting a bunch of sponsorships, doing a bunch of these things on the side and building a name for yourself, it's hard to say you're not going to get that much money. But if you're someone like, Rob Font, for example, who you just brought on your podcast, who, this was the first time he fought this year at the very end of the year after recovering from an injury. Mm-hmm. So I imagine, he had Bobby Dumpsters doing, that side hustle thing. It's not just because, he has the financial security possibly. It could be maybe because not to read into his financial situation, because that's none of my fucking business. But, it's hard to say for these fighters. We're not the fighters. We don't live their day-to-day lives. It's hard to say what they're going to. But then not to mention, You got people like Paige Van Zandt who signed multi-million-dollar deals with bare knuckle to go fight for them on a 3 or 5 contract. You know, it's in a way it's hard to say how it could definitely fuck up the market, but at the same time, it does in some ways or not. You could definitely see both perspectives.
Yeah, it's so weird. I know. I think there's it was the oligopoly or something like that. It's like similar to. Let me see. I'm just gonna look it up before I sound like an idiot. An oligopoly. Sounds like some fucking.
I think that might be 3 or more or 4 or more. I don't know.
Let's see. It sounds like something in a porno.
All right.
An oligopoly is a market form where a market or industry is dominated by a small group of large sellers. Yeah, that would be the UFC of large sellers. Oligopolies can result from forms of collusion to reduce the market competition, which then typically lead to higher prices for consumers. Oligopolies have their own market structure. That's the fucking UFC. We're all paying for fucking ESPN Plus to watch the fucking UFC.
It's not even ESPN Plus. You mentioned LFA, Cage Warriors. All of those are UFC feeder promotions.
Yeah.
All of those are bringing guys into the UFC.
UFC Fight Pass.
You got Khabib internationally, who's funding GFC, which is going to basically become a feeder league for the UFC and other promotions. There's so many feeder promotions coming up into the scene now. Like right now, as it stands, the 4 main standout promotions for me in terms of mixed martial arts are Bellator, PFL, and UFC. To rank them in any order in terms of combat sports promotions, you got the UFC. Because you got to look at them. They got LFA, they got Cage Warriors, they got Submission Underground, got all those. ONE FC with the kickboxing and all that. PFL in terms of, the contract, how you say, like the $1 million contract. And then you got Bellator for me, which is 4th.
It's so weird because it is like a fucking free enterprise. Like we as consumers have a total like option to go watch ONE if we want to, or like fucking like tune in every like Thursday or whatever random nights they have Bellator. Like we just don't. So it's like, how is that the UFC's fault that they have the best product? Like, it's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's just weird. But they do pay the fighters shit. I think that is bullshit. They do make a fuck ton of money. Even though like Dan's like crying, like, oh, we had a pandemic. Like, bro, that's in your benefit. Like, you know how many motherfuckers bought that fucking Tony Ferguson, Justin Gaethje card?
Yeah,
they made so much records.
So much more new fans. There's some people that like I've talked to that I've never thought they'll get into MMA, but the pandemic kind of like it was the only thing that was on. They became new fans, and it's just weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, not to mention all the people hopping in my Discord for the fucking streams. No, guys, fuck that. Find the Crack Streams link on your own. Oh shit, I just leaked it. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
I'm over here like,
I'm done giving out that secret too, because when I was watching John Jones Reyes, that shit was freezing up on me because there's so many motherfuckers hopping in there.
How Max Griffin said or like the rhyme did with Crack Streams on the video.
Yeah.
Easy. You know what that reminds me of? I think, what was it? It was like a show you just had. I think you and your cousin were reacting to the Pistons game, and then like, everyone just kept on joining the stream. They're like, yo, you guys showing the game?
Yeah, fuck, bro. Yeah, I thought they were like, oh, look at us, we're sweet. No, these motherfuckers there for the crack.
Dude, I was so scared. I was like, dude, I was like, yo, Easy's about to have someone on, and they're about to flash the camera or do something stupid. I'm over here.
Oh, if you guys want to see some shit.
Oh, man, dude, I think I know where you're going with this. Is the Sway Lee thing?
No, what happened with Sway Lee?
Dude, so what was it? Yes, I think yesterday Sway Lee was on IG Live, and he added someone, and apparently like the person he added, had all of Sway Lee's like unreleased songs on his hard drive. So he stole like Sway Lee's bag and everything. And then dude. And then I said that like the dude was saying to Sway Lee's like, yo, like I'm about to leak all your song if you don't give me 20K. And then he started going through everything that like Sway Lee had in that bag, and it was just, dude, it was.
Oh, he had
an
actual bag of his shit. He had like an actual physical bag of his shit.
Yeah. Because apparently he, I don't know if Sway Lee misplaced it or he actually went in and like robbed it from Sway Lee. But like, dude, whenever you have a chance, like watch it because it's creepy but like funny at the same time because it's like all the memes that I saw were hilarious.
How wild that he happened to go live with him.
Yeah, dude.
Out of all the motherfuckers probably on his live, he just happened to click on that one guy.
Mm-hmm. Crazy. Yeah, but it was hilarious though. You should see the memes, dude.
Your Pistons low key fucking popping off though. I'm gonna be honest. They're gunning for that 8th seed, 7th, 8th seed. I think they might actually get it.
No big fucking deal, Dap. I saw that coming out. No, for sure. No, shout out to my Pistons. Shout out to your Suns too. But
we went 0-4 in the fucking preseason. What you on about?
we only. Oh man, you guys will be straight. It's just preseason. But speaking of like live streams going wrong, man. Shout out to the 4 people listening. You guys will be exclusive to this. Maybe don't share it. I'll tell them to take it down tomorrow. But you guys go to Baby Hawk's Instagram page and you go to his IG videos. I think it's like 6 minutes in. I had to dip out to do something, and he went live with a fan, and he fucking showed their asshole, bro. Live, bro. The whole and that bitch was dirty, bro. And it was like a weird, creepy way because my man went to go spread them cheeks too before get him out there, bro.
What was Baby Hawk's reaction? Like, he just said, like, "Oh shit."
Bro, you're gonna do that to Baby Hawk? Like, probably one of the nicest yet deadly dudes on the fucking internet.
Dog, no, man. I know. Yeah, make sure you guys fucking catch that one. But I'm probably about to wrap this up because it's going on 2 hours for your boy Easy. But for some reason, my allergies, my nose gets like stuffy when I'm in my basement for so long, and I'm like, how do you feel about your matchup against Marlon Moraes, Rob? It's also fucking 3 in the morning or 2:30.
Oh, yo, Dad, I don't know if you heard, but we're planning on doing some MMA award stuff, bro. So,
Yeah, yep.
Damn, we should do an MMA awards, bro. I'm telling you right now, like, hey, you guys on some real shit here. We're gonna have some therapy session right now, like, on some real shit before we wrap it up. You guys see me fucking panicking, like, on the fucking
bro, you be spazzing, bro.
Bro, yeah, what's up?
What was it like? Every time you go off, I'm over here to Easy. I'm like, yo, is that good, bro? I'm concerned about our man, dude. Like, is he good? And then Easy was like, man, I don't know.
I know that. I DM'd that privately. I'm like, hey, man. I was like, hey, take it easy, man. Like, fucking just worry about, you know what I'm saying?
I got the Hulk. I got a podcast with another fighter that I DM'd you about. I'm not gonna say names, bro. That podcast. Hey, more or less, I'm happy it's over.
Damn,
like
bro.
No,
the podcast didn't happen. I'm done doing that shit too. By the way,
wait, what
every single time I've name dropped, it fucking just fell out.
Bro, I'm telling you right now. Hey, I'm not putting him on blast, but there was one fucking guy. There was one girl too. I was really hyped to get. I was gonna be really hyped to bring him on my podcast. Fucking left me on red, bro. I swear to God. What is it? Like, am I fucking ugly?
Well, yeah, but that's not the
reason. Bro. No, but the real shit, the reason why I'd be fucking panicking is because, like, hey, I've been, like, consistently getting guests for, like, the longest time now. And for the one viewer fucking sitting here watching this, like, hey, shit be getting fucking real. Like, I got school in, like, 2 weeks to 3 weeks. I got to get, that shit sorted. I got to get the podcast lined up so that by the time school starts, I got videos I can just pump out. On top of that, like, people be listening to them, like, halfway and shit, and I'm trying to grow the page. I don't know, bro. It's little things like that, and that piss me off.
Just take your time, bro. It all takes time. If you're fucking in a stump like that, some podcasts do seasons. So
bro, I gotta hit up Jamal, get fucking Warzone runs with him.
Yo, that'd be lit. Jamal don't text me back no more. What the fuck happened, Jamal? Where's the love, bro?
He got big time, bro.
Yeah, he went big time on me.
Bro, what about Rob? Hey, hit up Rob Font.
Bro, I'm definitely about to. I'm definitely hitting up Rob too because this is the second time these motherfuckers promised me a shirt or a hat. And they better come through this time, man. I'm not saying that because they'll beat my ass, but like, where the fuck, man? I want some New England Cartel shit, man.
Is he gonna end up sending to you guys or no?
Huh?
Is Rob Font gonna end up sending the shirts to you and Baby Hulk?
I hope. I sent him the address, and if he hears me talking shit, but I'm not sending it, well, he has my address, so he'll probably just come beat me up. So that's kind of like almost as cool, right?
What's up, bro? Can I get some merch too, bro? Send you my address right now. No context whatsoever. You'll probably kick my fucking ass, Rob, but shit, it is what it is. Your boy Easy here doing big things, so he definitely finna get a shirt.
Yes, sir. Well, guys, I'm gonna wrap this one up. I appreciate you guys coming on.
Hey, I'm finna hop on here more. Fuck, it's nice venting.
Hey, man. Hey, you always welcome to Speak Easy. It's easy. Speak easy, baby.
Oh yeah.
We gotta get LeVar. Fucking LeVar.
Bro,
on.
that was when I name dropped and fucking like it just felt the shit.
That would have been awesome.
That one hurt me, bro.
Wait, can you finally say which ball it was that you were trying to get on?
Me?
When me or Dap?
Easy.
Which ones fell through that I was like name dropping on?
No, like that. Weren't you going to have like a Ball brother or someone from the Ball
It
family?
was LeVar.
No, dude.
Yeah, it was LeVar. But I mean, maybe it still happens. I have no faith in it at this point. I bought a whole fucking BBB hat to fucking be ready for it, you know. And I asked for Mello too, and the person was like, "Yeah," but that's fucking all that's all that person did to me. There's
Bro, the first podcast,
no reason.
the kickoff. Don't even be discouraged, bro. I had MMA camp reach out to me with 2 big fighters. Back when I did MMA edits, they were like, in exchange for these clips, you'll get the podcast, right?
Mhm.
I'm like, all right, let me. I don't want to read the DMs because that's confidential, or the emails because that's confidential. But they be DMing me, they be saying, send us a raw clip. So I'm like, okay, as a courtesy, I do it out of my way. Here I am hyped that I'm bringing y'all a very big fighter from the fucking UFC, and I haven't even told you to this. And then 3 months later, still no fucking response. Like I got finessed for my fucking clips, and they dipped.
Damn, bro, you have to DM us who that is.
Oh yeah, no, it's 2 really big fighters in one division.
Yo, you definitely gotta let us know, man.
Suspense, bro.
Yeah, like I was pissed off, bro. Because then they went and did a podcast with some other head.
Hey.
Like, fuck's sake.
Like Easy said though. Like Easy said, we
Your dad's like bedroom getting torn apart.
Bro, I don't want to name drop, but shit, I'll literally, like in our DMs after this, I'll list all the people that I fucking flake.
Do it.
Deadass.
And then I'll send you the butthole from Baby Hung's live stream.
Damn, bro. No,
Hey,
man. Next time Hulk fights on Street Beefs.
I appreciate you guys, everybody who stayed for all this buffoonery. I appreciate y'all for show. If you haven't hit that like and subscribe button, make sure you check out White Belt MMA, aka White Boy MMA. Yeah. And make sure you check out Dapper Media MMA. And we out.
See you guys.
Speaking